Just gonna put all the beers on the table.
Legit, I swear to God, it's my third drink, bro. Oh no, here we go. Oh shit, sorry, Buzz. You want to top the Coke up?
Yeah, I will. Should be right now, man. Honestly, straight out.
I'm not even putting it big.
I think we figured it out, bro.
I hope so.
Oh, let's hope so because we look pretty stupid right now.
So is it up?
Yeah, it's up now. Let's see how this goes.
Sure?
Yeah?
It's not coming up on YouTube.
Yeah, I can see it here on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Ooh, it's working.
Oh, it's working.
We figured it out.
Vendova, is the audio fucking working for fuck's sake?
You can hear it here. So why are you asking, bro? You can hear it.
I'm 6 beers deep, bro. I think we figured that out.
I need a fucking curry, bro. This thing's stressing me out, bro.
We're back.
All right, let's share the socials now for the last time.
All right, last time, share
This is
socials,
it.
this,
If
that.
it stuff's up, it stuffs up.
Can you do what you did before?
Yeah, piss off, bro. I'm not sharing anything.
I'm not sharing nothing, bro. I'm sharing.
You're fucked, bro. Share
Maybe
Facebook,
it
Malta.
stuffs up when we share.
Share
yeah.
Malta. Share fucking Facebook. Seriously. Fuck,
He's doing it.
I just
One
put in
job.
the chat.
Here it is. Oh, it's some RBTV cunts. Who's that?
What do you want me to do, Stos?
Share the link on fucking Facebook. Fuck yeah,
just
but do it
smell
so
it.
it goes to the other groups as well.
I don't have Facebook. I deleted it.
It looks like it's just bent over watching.
Solid.
Sick cunt.
Fuck,
was
he
the first
actually
one at
he
the
waited
pub.
around for the third time.
Shut, bro.
Everyone else has sacked it.
What's on my mind?
What's on your mind? Exactly the exact same.
So we
thing, what's on
confirmed
your
the
mind,
audio's working, Stas?
Yeah, the audio is
yeah.
definitely
Working.
working.
Shut, bro. See?
me.
Took a chewed up cable to save
Yeah,
RBTV.
Yeah, the audio cable was fucking on its way out, lads. That's what's going on there.
Yeah, throw it over the fence and use my chewed up one, mate.
Yeah, throw it, send it, this, that. All right, you want to get going, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's get going.
Right,
Let's get
because-
I just
going.
published
What's been going for a
what's the
while.
numbers at the moment, Stas?
Forget the
Don't
numbers.
worry
Let's
about
just
the
start
numbers. Let's
because
just go because they've been waiting. These
6
people
a.m. start
deserve.
tomorrow. That's all right. Welcome to Red and Black TV. I'm your host, Stas. Co-host Banana, panel heads Azza and Boz.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Sorry
We're
about
here.
that. We're here. We made it. We
Stos
made
forgot the
it.
SIM card, boys. Sorry.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
This cable.
Stos had one fucking
Dodgy
job.
cable, boys. The audio cable bombed out on us, whatever.
Well,
We got a
we
visit from
rectified the
JT,
problem.
bro.
We're now using Banana's chewed up one, and it's working.
And it's fucking working like a charm.
working like
Fucking
this.
hell.
For how long we don't know, but
For how long? We'll see. If it cuts out again, that's
Should
it.
work.
We're done for the night.
Charges my phone every night. Should be alright.
All right, let's go into our last fixture, which obviously was at home. Western Sydney Wanderers. Melbourne Victory. Fucking grow
Child,
up, cuz.
grow
Like,
up, you.
seriously.
And you're a fucking.
you loved it.
Yeah, you're
No.
supposed to show you fucking.
Yeah. You take over now.
What's the Sydney Wanderers too? Melbourne Victory 0. Boys, give me your thoughts.
Is that it? Is that all you're gonna go? I'll go. All right. Hey, but how good is the? Hey, how good?
fucking
No.
end the stream, you cocksucker.
How good is the vibe here? Huh?
Stos.
That's how good the vibe was at the
Stos.
stadium.
He's hurt
Bro,
Stos'
come on,
feelings.
These guys are kids, bro.
Come on, man.
Emotional damage.
Anyway,
Go, give us your thoughts, Banana.
Go.
honestly.
Do you want me to go now?
Yeah, go.
I was saying, how good's the vibe here? Because that's how good the vibe was at the game.
Fuck, it's a
Fucking-
good feeling, man. Honestly.
How good was that?
You know what? Coming here, knowing we fucking just bagged the win. Yeah. It's just different energy, man. Different vibe. Stas, can we get your thoughts?
Give us your thoughts.
I got nothing to say. You talk.
Peter Griffin, give us your thoughts. Come
Come
on.
on, Stas.
Don't be like that.
Where's
Tiger.
that energy level,
I'm
Stas?
about to fucking hit it.
Don't hit it. We're not going for a fifth
Honestly,
time.
Honestly, what's your thoughts,
Like, I'm
Stas?
going for a fifth
I've got
time.
nothing to say. You guys talk. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let's go.
Come on, bro.
No, go. Keep going. Come
Go
on.
ahead, say it
Smart.
for me.
I don't think any of us predicted a win, to be honest. We sat here last week and said we were going to lose.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Big whopper loss.
Honestly, that's what I said. Hey, 3-0. I think all of us were like, yeah.
Well, let's go
Stos said
one.
2-1.
Let's go one step at a time. Let's start with the lineup. Thoughts on the lineup? Thoughts on changes from the City game?
Look, I'll give Ruden credit. He's got balls, that bloke, eh? He drops players when he needs to, brings players in.
You know what I loved? You know what I absolutely love, Banana, as a Stos? Man, this guy doesn't give a fuck in terms of rotation. Like, he does not accept mediocrity or mediocre performances. Let's compare last week's lineup to this week. Who were our most poor performers last week in the City game?
That fucking sad cunt Maltese cunt, Aquilina.
Yeah.
He's
Nata.
been underperforming for the past fucking how many
So
games?
let's say Nata was up there.
Yeah.
Aquilina.
Just look at Katrumbas. Just
He's
what
injured.
you're
He's
saying
injured.
is
He's injured.
is
Katrumbas
point
is
on
injured.
what you're saying, bro.
He's injured. He's
That-
injured.
He's
Katrumbas
injured, but
is
doesn't matter. That one game, boom,
Yeah.
he was straight
Gone.
out.
So Aquilina didn't even make the bench.
Good.
Gargovic.
Put him in NPL, bro. And it was about time that fucking Tate Russell got a fucking
that's
start.
true. Absolutely.
Right? Because that guy's been underperforming for fucking 6 rounds now. I don't know how the fuck he starts each time. And now finally, okay, Tate Russell gets a run, okay. Look at his movement, okay, of that player. He's quality, bro. All right, he scored the goal. He did beautifully, whatever. He fucking glanced the header in. You know, keeper was in no man's land, whatever, okay. But at the end of the day, bro, when Tate Russell receives the ball in the back line and he's moving forward, I have confidence. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll play the right pass. He makes those overlapping runs. You know what I mean? To be fair, he's probably not the greatest in defense, okay?
yeah.
But he knows what he's doing, obviously, okay? But it's that option, man, that overlap and, you know, going into the attacking third, man, he had a quality game.
So going back to the lineup, so he's completely dumped Aquilina, completely dumped Nata. They didn't even have a place on the bench, right? He took off
Gargovic on the bench.
Ugarkovic,
I think he was
and
given the rest.
who was the other one?
He brought Hammett in.
Who was our winger last week?
Najareen.
Najareen. He dumped Najareen to the bench. Now, just going off that, if you go back in the season, I think Ugarkovic had a poor slump. We lost 5-1 to Brisbane. Then we lost to Derby 1-0. And then we lost to Wellington 2-1 early in the season. Do you remember that? If Leichhardt RPA FFA Cup game.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at Carl Robinson, he accepted this mediocre performances, because what message are you sending out there to your players when they've had a poor game and then you leave him in the starting 11 again? You know what I mean? Not only does that demotivate the youngsters trying to win a spot, right? It reward, not reward, but there's no punishment. There's no result of a poor performance. Ruden's come in, and he's made massive changes,
Yes.
man. Between the space of 3 or 4 days, he's changed almost half the squad because he wasn't happy with the performances.
You're right. I think
I agree with that, but I think there's a factor as well where he's just trying to try players out too.
Okay, but you
know what I
think,
mean?
but Stas,
I don't think it's purely. Obviously, what you're saying is true. It comes
but
down
Stas,
to
do you think
performance.
someone who's ready for a starting 11 spot doesn't even deserve a spot on the bench 3 days later?
That's true.
If he dropped him to the bench, I say, all right, he's trying different rotations.
out of the squad.
But completely out of the squad, for me, that's telling them you're not ready for this level.
Yeah.
Go back, refocus, start again.
Credit.
All right, and then when you're ready, you can come back and play for a spot again. So him keeping them out of the complete 18
Sends a message.
sends a message.
Yeah.
If you're not ready, mate, you're not ready. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
We needed it. Honestly, we did.
You know who looked ready, bro? You know, all know who we're talking about.
Fucking
Back line, mate. Young fella came in.
mate.
I'm not sure how to.
we don't know the pronunciation exactly.
Well, if there's any
Sorry.
crows listening, is it Kancha?
Kancha.
Chancha?
How are they gonna tell us,
boss? They should talk
Yeah, but they can spell it with CH.
See, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's Kensha.
Paramount
Sure.
call it Kanka.
Kanka.
Oh, I think it's
that's wrong. I know that's wrong.
I think it's pronounced Kiancha.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
You like that one, yeah?
Yeah. Say it again, was
Kiancha.
No, we don't have C's, mate.
Along with balls, I reckon it's probably along those lines. But regardless of the fact of how we pronounce his name, wow.
Before we start,
What a performance.
before we get positive, let's
go straight
that's
to the
a bit
negative.
We just got to be careful here because remember, him and Ziggy are the ones that started in the RPA game, FFA Cup. They were both in the back
That's
line.
ridiculous. That was their first start of the
I'm just
season.
saying
They hadn't
that
played any games leading up to that.
Yeah, he hasn't played for 6 weeks. But I'm just saying, be careful. Don't hop on it straight away. He did well, the lad. Don't get me wrong, but don't make him
That's
the
what we're
next
saying.
prodigy.
He had
sort
an
of thing.
outstanding game,
Yeah.
bro. He had a
Yeah, but the way you're
unbelievable
talking
game.
now, Monty,
No,
you're
I'm
saying
talking
like
about
they've had
social
a
media.
few games, bad games, whatever, and then they're coming in.
I'm just saying social
They
media,
literally
like-
only had 2 starts, and that was in the
Well,
cup game.
you saying that now, that's saying like, all right, he had that shit game, and this was his time to shine, where he goes,
yeah.
well,
Oh,
I have to,
guys.
I have to make up for that.
Speaking of Kancha,
Speak of him, here he
Speaking
is.
of the devil, what's
Hey,
the
hey,
pronunciation?
let's play the audio he sent
Imagine he says
us.
boss
Oh,
fuck
man,
off.
careful what he's saying there.
So like Chancha,
Chancha. See, I was right.
Chancha.
Fuck you, bro.
Side of it.
Chancha.
Chancha. Well done, bro. Give me
Well done, Chancha.
Chancha. Well done, brother.
Hey,
Oh, wait. He's added a part 2. 1 sec.
Here we go.
Chanchar.
Chancha.
Hey, you gotta
You got to roll the tongue.
You gotta roll it.
Chancha.
I said it before he's laughed at me, bro.
Chanchara.
That's how you say it. I know it's a trip, bro.
Chanchar.
Well, honestly,
Chancha.
man,
There you go.
hey,
Commentators get it right too, bro.
What a
Fucking
brilliant
hell.
fucking performance by him.
Yeah, honestly.
You know, someone stepping into the fucking,
I-
the lineup where he's only had a cup game to play. Obviously, he's been playing in the NPL and whatever else, but
We had a chat with him today, and obviously he came in against City for 6 minutes, and this was his first A-League start. So just a bit of his background with him. We signed him a year ago, and for the last year he's been training with the senior squad, but playing for the youth team,
Where was he at prior to?
a
played in
Croatian
Croatia
club.
for a while,
Yeah,
good
Croatian
boy.
club. So big credit to him, because what's happened here is not only has he been patient, right?
That's true.
And he's obviously overseen the Carl Robinson era period, but he stayed patient, and when he got the opportunity, he pounced on it. Right, going into that game, he could have easily thought to himself, "All right, if I fuck this up, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one chance at this." And some players can't handle that pressure, that anxiety. They just buckle. But he took it on, and mate, he had a blinder. And and as I know what you're saying, he's played a FFA Cup game and he didn't do well. But putting that aside, just looking at the way he plays, the technique, the way he strikes the ball, his movement and all that, mate, he's got
very comfortable.
very comfortable. He's got all the
that
a
assist
risk.
showed me the football brain he had.
Yeah,
The
he's
assist
got-
to Russell.
just that if whoever knows a bit about football and watches the way he struck that ball, you'll see that he's put a over what do they call it in tennis, the
Lob.
Backhander.
overspin.
Oh, top spin.
Top spin.
spin on the
So he's placed a top spin on that. So what happens
It was
is
diagonal. It was diagonal.
a diagonal. I'm talking about the way he's struck the ball.
Yeah.
So he's hit it over the ball, right? As the ball comes off your foot, you go over the ball, and it creates that off spin. And what happens with that off spin is once it loses sync, it dips real quick.
Yeah.
That's what the keeper had.
That's why the keeper was fucked.
That keeper was fucked. So it looks like it's a floater, but all of a sudden that ball just drops. It was perfect.
Not just that. You see, when he made the pass, he wasn't looking, but he knew where he was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, boom, it was on, bro.
Also, that goal line clearance that wouldn't have been a goal if he didn't know that. The one that should have been
Mate.
a penalty, whatever, but it was
So
offside.
that goes back to what I was saying before. Look who was there to score the goal.
Russell.
Russell.
Yeah.
Russell. He made that fucking that movement into attack, and he was there.
Forget that. I'll look at the technical side of these players, Stos, and around the 20th minute, one of the centre halves for Melbourne done a crossfield switch to the left winger. I think his name was Falami, number 11, and I watched. What's his name? Our right back. Russell. Sorry, I had a blank out. I watched Russell come across. It was a very similar situation to the one Aquilina had last week, where he's coming across or trying to recover, right? And he came in there, mate. His positioning was perfect. He had his chest between the ball and the goals, jockeyed, pushing off the inside leg, and the play actually got a shot off where Ziggy headed it to a corner, if you remember.
Yeah.
But it was the way he pressured him.
Positioning was brilliant.
It showed some great attributes of defending.
Yeah.
And that's where I think he's far not only in an attacking aspect, but in terms of defense as well. I think he's clear of Aquilina.
Yeah.
He's clear of Aquilina, but I'm with Stassi. Like, attacking wise, he's a player that takes a player on. What a goal should be doing. You're right, Stassi. Like 100%, he takes a player on. Defense, I'm with you. I'm still.
He's sketchy at times. I feel like one-on-one. Probably not aerial duels, but like where attackers trying to take him on, I think he gets like lost at times. But overall, if we're going to sit here and say who should be the starting back
100%.
for right back for Western Sydney Wanderers, I'll just take Russell. Straight out.
I think Rudin, being a defender himself, will definitely help these
instill.
youngsters coming through. And I think that's the advantage of having Rudin come in.
Yep.
Potentially could fix our defensive issues, you know.
Hope so.
Well, after that
Because we conceded the
performance-
most, I think, haven't we?
After that, yeah.
After that performance, bro, fucking hell, I think he's found
Mate.
that last jigsaw puzzle in the back line. I wouldn't say the
So,
last puzzle.
In the scheme of things now, because we're talking about the back line, yeah, okay. So what are our thoughts now? We're talking about this young boy that's got on a run now in the first team, and we were very impressed.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this new signing that's come in now?
I hope he doesn't
centre back.
push
Hey,
him
just
out.
before we get there, do you feel like it's like a Popper kind of vibe at the club? All these crows coming in?
They tend to do this.
Yeah,
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I never thought of that.
Oh, mate,
I never thought of that.
I don't have a problem.
Kanchar come from a crow club, Rudin crow. This new signing is a
guy.
crow.
But,
Listen, when it comes to this shit,
Chanchar, he actually played for Sydney FC. He came from Sydney FC.
Youth,
Yeah, but I'm just saying. he
youth,
played for
yeah.
Sydney
I think
FC.
under 14s maybe, but
when it comes to this stuff, like you're saying, like what nationalities they bring in, I don't give a shit what nationality you are. Whatever jersey,
It brings
you're
back good
wearing your
memories.
jersey, brother.
It does.
it brings
I know
back
what
good
you're
memories.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
When you
I
say
don't
them
care
images,
if
yeah.
I don't care if the guys are from Mozambique.
Yeah.
As long as he performs, I'm happy. But I'm saying I'm
Where?
getting
Mozambique.
Mozambique. It's
Oh,
a country in
okay.
Africa.
Thank you.
And but I'm getting a bit of a that Popper period vibe, and it's a good thing. That maybe it's the emotions.
Let's not get ahead of
coming out.
ourselves. There's only one.
Hey,
we
listen.
just one game.
Listen,
We
listen.
jumped straight away.
Boys, listen.
We forgot about JT.
Wait. Look,
We're ready for the next game.
when we've won the odd game, I'll be honest with you, under Carl Robertson, I never had the feeling where, hey,
Yeah.
something's happening here, something's brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but do you
always
feel-
like,
do you
oh-
feel like because that's because of the first season of failure from him. That like the second season was more of like.
But second season was
Hey,
a
just
second season was a clean slate.
Just go back. Remember,
Yeah.
remember our first win of the season this year. We played in Wollongong, 1-2-0. We all come out feeling like we lost because we played like rubbish.
Yeah.
With this win, honestly, I'm talking on my behalf here.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the start of something.
I hope you're right, boys.
We're gonna win the fucking league, boys.
Hey,
We're gonna win the league. We're gonna.
fucking hell. Hey, Sunday
fucking
night.
win.
3-0 loss.
Fucking hell, bro.
We can't
Too
get
many
worse
Scotches
than where we
too,
fucking are.
That's true.
We
Hell.
can't get worse than where we are.
were
So
last week.
I've got nothing to lose by
No,
jinxing
honestly.
the
We're not
lads.
that bad either. Like just
We're 3 points behind victory.
Just say we win on the weekend.
But that's the A-League. That table
I know,
is
it's the league.
ridiculous. Like you could go on a losing streak and then win a few, and you're back in it. Like you know what I mean?
It is,
Mate.
But I think with Rudin right now, it's a factor of him producing a back-to-back win, and then I'll start.
Capitalize on
You
that.
know what I
how
mean?
you
Then I'm.
We were
thinking
very
more-
critical in the City game. We said, why didn't the boys start with that spark? It was only till the fucking the penalty
Nah,
save
there was
did
not
really
enough
spark
spark
up.
in that game. No way.
But honestly,
But there was much better energy levels against victory. You seen Dimmy, he scored, ran to the crowd.
That was massive.
let's be honest. That first half was pretty shit against
was.
Victory. It wasn't great.
But
The
they played
second
shit
half
as
was
well.
Yeah, but we held it out.
They
Both teams
For
played shit.
both teams,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was a fucking.
It was a shit
It was
game.
cagey.
It was
It
a
was a
chess
cagey
game,
game.
bro. There, it was who's gonna make the first move. No one did.
I feel like both teams and even the coaches maybe went into that first half
Cautious?
cautious.
Yeah.
Let's play a bit safe and suss out the waters.
Yeah.
And I feel like Rudin won the battle in the
Yeah,
second half.
absolutely.
When he came,
The
I
first-
feel we came out better.
Yeah.
It beat
The
me.
first half was an arm wrestle,
Yeah.
and who's going to show their cards first, kind
Yeah.
of thing. And
100%.
when into half time, obviously addressed the boys, made some tweaks, and like Stoss said, I think Rudin won that battle.
against Popper. Who would have thought?
Popper, who would have
Honestly.
thought?
Honestly,
You reckon he's done us a sneaky favour?
Popper.
Sneaky.
Man, little sneaky one, huh?
Nah, surely.
For the boys, eh?
Maybe.
Then he remembered the banner and said, "Fuck that." No, honestly.
That wasn't us, buddy.
You know
That
what was
wasn't us.
pleasing? Honestly, you know what was, mate? The highlight of the whole game for me was the way Petratus celebrated when he scored that goal. I can't remember years that they've come over and celebrated
That was
with
massive.
us, and it was just the players were grabbing us.
Did you
being
feel?
the
Did you
huddle.
feel Dimmy was a lot sharper in that game?
Yeah, yeah.
Like not at
Yeah.
his full potential yet, but
Yeah.
there's been like
Dimmy-
an improvement.
Dimmy
That game, yeah.
played with intent last night.
Yeah.
It's like he said to himself, I'm going to go out there, we're going to fucking win tonight, and I'm going to play a big part tonight. Like, he came out with
He
intent.
can play much better. I'll tell you that. He can
Yeah,
play
that's what I'm
much better.
saying. Like, it's not. He's not just
course.
there yet, but he's
Hey,
improved.
don't get me wrong, but the intent was there, Banana.
Yeah, no, you know what I feel?
Sometimes
I feel
the
like
intent's there, you don't put in a good performance. That's cool. But I feel like he went out there and he tried. He was hustling.
I feel like now with these, like, all right, they're 2 pens that he got. I feel like with this second goal now, he's got like that little bit of weight is off his shoulder. You know what
Monkey
I mean?
off the back.
Yeah, he's got the monkey off his back. All right, they're 2 pens. But he's still got to score the cunts.
Mate,
bro.
they're fucking both were brilliant pens,
You know
man.
what it comes to? I think it comes to Ruden's ruthlessness. He knows that if he doesn't perform, you're gone, mate. And that's
Mate.
it. Honestly.
Ugarkovic, you know, when was the last time he was benched? Does anyone know?
He hasn't been benched. That was his first time on the bench. Ugarkovic has started every game.
And
this
look at
season.
that.
Since he came,
we,
yeah.
we sat here last week and we said 2 of the 3 goals he played a big part on.
Yeah, yeah.
And guess
You
what?
reckon
He
he
got
stung him for that first goal?
absolutely,
Hope so.
absolutely.
Shows a lot, eh?
So and that corner,
Back to what you were saying. It's like he's
he's sending
dropping
out a
people
message.
on performance.
No one
Yeah.
is safe.
Yeah.
No one is safe. I will not accept mediocre performances. That's the message you got to send out to your squad. And by bringing in Chanchar,
Chenchar.
yeah, by bringing Chanchar, not only does it send a message to your youth that there's a pathway under my regime. Yeah, you've got chance here because imagine the youth players. Look at Chanchar for 1 year hasn't made a senior appearance under Carl Robinson. Ruden's coming within 3 weeks, giving him a shot. Yeah. So if I was a youth player
got hope.
under Robinson, I would have probably given up.
Oh, 100%.
Given up because I'm not getting a shot.
Unless you're Aquilani.
Aquilina. Get his name
I
right.
always
Get
get
it
mixed
right.
up with the guy who used to play for Liverpool.
Yeah. But what a message to send out to your team,
Yeah,
all throughout the
you're
club.
right.
Yeah,
100%.
you know.
100%.
Look, I think it was a solid performance. Okay, I had that gut feeling. You saw what I wrote.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the WhatsApp,
yeah.
And I was like, I got this gut feeling. I think we're going to jag something, and I think overall we moved the ball around well. Even in midfield, we weren't going too much like side by side backwards. We were actually moving into
What do you
space.
think of Terry
I was about to say, do you think
What do you think
Antonis
of
is a bit
Antonis
more,
player?
Do you think he's a bit
I think
more,
Antonis played well.
in the 10?
I think, like, considering his performances leading up to that game, he's been below par in my eyes. Another
Yeah.
underperformer like Dimmy. I think Antonis did well, honestly.
He looked a bit rejuvenated under with Ruden.
so would you bring Ugarkovic back because
No.
that's what I mean? Yeah, I
No.
don't think I would,
Defeats
eh?
the purpose.
I don't think I would.
Defeats the purpose. The message should be
The midfield played well, man.
The message.
Backers, everyone played well. I feel like Troisi probably didn't have his greatest game. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel those instances.
He gives 100%. Every game.
But he tracked back.
Look, he had the captaincy as well. I got no problem with Troisi having the captaincy. Honestly, he talks.
That's
You
cool.
know what I mean?
That's cool.
I feel like he's a leader as well, and he has that creativity. But I think in that game. He
I
did
agree.
play a few balls that went nowhere. You know what I mean? Looking for it could have been a scenario where there was miscommunication with the attackers and they didn't make the run.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
It could have been something in training they were doing it, but he's probably.
But coming back to as I said, do you bring Ugarkovic back? No, absolutely not. Because
play it, yeah.
because the message is, if you perform, you're out. But if you perform well, you keep your spot.
Yeah.
It works on both
How
ends.
shit would that be? Like, you just won 2-0, you
Yeah.
played a good game, and then
exact.
throws him back in.
It defeats the purpose. If you lose your spot because of a poor performance, you work hard. And if someone comes in and takes your spot and performs, mate, he keeps that spot. That's your
Yeah,
punishment.
I've always when we started Garkovic, I was a little bit critical, and he's done all right these games. Personally, I love to see Backus in that position. I think Garkovic, just his natural game. I know it's his natural game. He's a little bit negative, but that might be a bit too harsh. But he's there to break up the play.
Yeah.
While Backus is more break up the play, energy, and then look forward.
well, then that's why to be a better 8.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like our play is,
Ugarkovic is a 6, okay?
He is a 6,
He can't
yeah.
shoot. He's there. He wins the ball. He goes into hard tackles, interceptions. You know what I mean?
He does the dirty work.
He does the dirty
But
work,
so
and
does
he's been
Backus.
doing it. I like.
When he plays, he does a good job.
No,
man.
he
Don't
does.
get me wrong.
I'm
I've
not
been
going to
saying
sit
a few
here and say Ugarkovic has had a poor season.
No.
The game before, yes, he
Mate.
has. But leading up to that, Ugarkovic has been our standout, straight out, in my eyes.
Nah, I'm not standing out. I'm not going to say
I
standing.
reckon.
No, in the midfield he has been.
I'm going to
yeah.
make a call here. I think he's overrated. I think he's absolutely overrated.
I don't agree.
I wouldn't get that.
I think he's overrated.
I was happy when we brought him to the club.
Don't get me wrong. He's a good squad member to have. He offers depth. You know, he'll come in and do a job.
I think
But
he'll be
mate, we
class
can't
though.
praise him like he's one of the best. Is he one of the best midfielders in the league?
No.
He's not in the top
but
7,
He's
8.
been putting in consistent performances in the midfield, bro.
I don't know, man.
As a 6, no, he's been playing well, bro.
I
The City game, all right, fair enough. Yeah. You know, he did a major fuck up, you know, whatever.
When's
else,
Rodwell
but,
back?
Bro, he's at work. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, that's another thing. Like, personally, I think we get more from Backus playing in the Garkovic position than Garkovic playing in that position.
What about a Rodwell,
That's
Backus,
what I mean.
Antonis?
I love it.
I don't know.
Where's
And
Tracy?
Troisi in the 10.
difference between.
No, I'm
Last
saying
night, did
he
we not
played on
la-
the wing. He played on the wing.
Did we not play last night a 4-3-1-2?
I have no
It was a
idea. what we
4-3-3,
played,
wasn't it?
No, we
4-3-1.
played two up front.
Yeah,
Beanie.
4-3-1-2.
Beanie,
Yeah.
Gawa, yeah.
So Terry played in the 10, but we had 3 behind him. Troisi was behind, and the 2 boys. So I think that 3 midfield there, that spine.
Hammond was the 9, obviously.
Heaven was Elgar was. Dimi who was up front next to him?
So you had Hemed up front with wasn't a goal, and then you had
Elgar.
Dimi,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Now, if we're gonna go in this argument, Bacchus and Ugarkovic, bro, I'll pick Bacchus.
Bacchus, 100%.
Just on
100%.
any one reason I'll go pick Bacchus is because when he tracks back, wins the ball, his first option is always forward.
Yeah, not sideways.
And his is sideways.
and
That's
you know-
the only negative thing I would say about
And
Ugarkovic,
what
bro.
I love to see, and you might be reading into much of this, but Bacchus, you know, at the end of the game, who do you sing for? Bacchus led it. For me, that shows leadership.
Okay.
For them, it shows leadership. No, honestly, it does.
No, but come on, bro.
No, it does, bro. For me, it does.
No, but- no,
I'm not being stupid. For me, it
No,
does.
but
bro.
when are we gonna
All right,
start?
he let a chance.
No,
He's not a
but-
kid.
but
He's a
that's-
captain
No,
material.
No,
but
that's-
why not? But when are we gonna start saying he can be captain material?
Honestly,
Why? Is because he's too
100%
young?
he is, bro. 100% he is. If he
You-
stays
you
with
wouldn't
us,
He
give
doesn't
him-
talk enough on the pitch, bro. Come
bro,
on.
he led the chant. Like, I know it's
He's
wow,
taking
yeah,
the toy off the fucking
Yeah,
panel, bro.
but bro, that's-
He's talking
that's-
about a chant into comparison
Bastos,
into
bro.
talking on the pitch.
Bastos,
He
there
must
was
have looked him in the
everyone.
eye when he done the
Get him
chair.
off, bro. Get him
Bro,
off.
but stop.
He let a chant,
There's
bro.
every single player
Oh
there.
my
bro.
God,
There's
this
every
guy.
single player, and he's got the balls to lead it, bro. That's solid, man.
You're talking about a chant. We're
Yeah,
talking
but-
about being captain and leadership on the. He doesn't talk on the pitch, bro.
Let me
He
ask
does, bro.
you a question. If Bacchus was to get up in front of the team in the locker room, which I can't see him doing, right? You think the likes of Hemed and Troisi are going to take him serious like a captain?
No way.
No way, man. Let's be honest. He does not have the stature of a captain. Yes, can he be part of a leadership group? Absolutely. A 3-4 man leadership group? Yeah, put him in there. But captain, I don't think the older boys in the team will see him as a captain. They might not say anything, but they probably won't
Deep
take him
down.
as serious.
Oh,
Deep
yeah,
down, they won't accept him as a
That's
captain.
a bit shit, bro. I don't know. Like if one of the younger blokes was to get up and rally the boys up, bro. If I was one of the old blokes, I'd be fuck, bro. I should be
guy's
doing
got
this,
passion,
but
yeah.
this guy has fucking got balls to do. But this hypothetically we're talking about. I'll be saying fuck, bro. I should be saying that.
Not
Not
this
him.
year. I think when Rodwell plays, Rodwell's obviously captain after Williams.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Where's
where's Rodwell going to fit?
Mate, take Terry out, put Troisi in the 10, straight in. Terry did not didn't have an amazing game where we
Yeah,
can
amazing
say
game. He done his
better.
job.
He played
done
better
his
than what
job.
he's done. So.
yeah,
He
I'll
done
put
the job.
Troisi in that 10 position to support the front two. Rodwell straight into the midfield. Easy.
So
Easy
Rodwell,
fix.
Bacchus, and
Mate, these are good problems to have.
100% good.
These are really good problems
We
to
always
have.
said we have a good problem in our team. That we have good players.
yeah,
And this is what happens when you start winning games.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You get these problems, and I'd rather have this than say who can fucking do the job.
yeah. It was we got depth in the back line, we got depth in midfield. Like Stoss said at the start of the season, it's just that strike.
And the question is, we just brought in an import defender. Does he come in for one of the youngsters?
Let's talk about our 9. Let's talk about Hemed's performance. And
Will come.
maybe let's go back to a conversation that we had a few rounds back, okay? And it was predominantly you guys saying, okay, that maybe Hemed doesn't fit in this system.
yeah,
Did he fit
So-
to you this weekend?
You know what? Like I was going against you that time, and I was saying that you got to have Hemed, this, that, whatever else.
This was after the
You
City
know what?
game.
Don't get me wrong. Like Hemed got in, he had that opportunity, he had that header, all right, where he headed the ball.
it was a good save.
It was a good save.
great
fair enough.
save.
But I feel he's not doing enough as a 9, bro. I think he tracks back too much, like we all have said on this panel, and he's just not. He doesn't know how to make that run behind the back line, man. You know what I mean?
We told
and
you,
that's a big
Stoss.
issue.
We told you after the Melbourne game.
But Stoss, do you reckon that's a Hemed problem or service problem?
I'll say a bit of both.
That's a good question. It's probably a bit of both.
I reckon mainly the service problem, man.
You reckon? But if Russell made that run, he got serviced. Why can't Hemed?
Exactly.
because hustle.
I think what
Made
will
the
happen.
run.
I think what will happen is if we can pull a few strings together, and Ruden's comfortable with our defensive shape, maybe he can start taking risks where he says, "Ruden, Hemed, you stay up." You know what I mean? I think because we're leaking in goals, he's forced to get as much support as he can from the attacking players in terms of defense. But man, if we can get a few wins together, he might keep Hemed up there and say, "Mate, I don't want you tracking back."
Don't get me wrong. I'd love for him to start scoring goals.
Yeah,
yeah.
He can score goals. Like, we all know he can score
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Bro,
we've all
like,
seen
But if
Let's not
no, but
take-
hang on.
yeah.
But if he's doing like, if this is going to be a thing where, let's go back now, where it was a thing with Dino Cressinger, where he didn't score goals, but he created goals
Nah,
by
don't
holding
want
the
that.
ball up.
Don't want that.
You don't want that?
No, I don't want
Yeah,
that.
I'm
bro.
not a big fan
I don't
of
want
that.
that.
But if you're winning games, would you take him out of that role?
Man, I think we're at a
Eh?
stage where back then, Banana Cressinger came in. We weren't established as a club. We didn't have much options. We couldn't go buy a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Right? At the moment, we're too developed as a club to not be able to afford a McLaren, a Berisha
No,
type
no.
of
We
striker.
need someone
You know what I mean?
clinical,
But
bro.
I'm saying
we need
that-
a clinical
We need that 10,
striker.
15,
But I'm
10
saying that
goals a
just
year.
for now, as like he's not.
He's on big bucks, man.
He's on big. I know.
We didn't bring him to be a support player and you know what I mean, hold the ball up. We
Wanted to
need
score
a
goals.
10 plus goal scorer each year, man. You know what I mean? We do. So
Did he? I don't know because obviously RBB can't see much. But let's say I watched the second half replay. Did he track back that much this game?
In
I thought-
instances he did,
He did?
but I
Kinda
feel
did,
like
yeah.
he did probably stay like a lot higher in that sense. But you know, I think maybe that comes back down to what Banana said. Like, was he getting the service up there that he needed? You
Wasn't.
know what I mean?
He's not.
So
Well,
it's,
he's
it's,
not.
it's a
Wasn't,
tough
he's
scenario,
not.
man. Like, I don't know.
let's put it this way. If you put Hamed in the Melbourne City squad, is he banging in goals?
More than us, I
I
think.
don't know, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
More
They
than
play a
us, I
different
think.
system. McLaren's more involved in their system,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like he's
what I
he
need.
knows where to go. He like without the ball in his feet, he
feel
knows
like-
where to be. He knows where the ball's going to
I
be.
feel like Hamed is a bit too heavy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not
that's a
talking
good
about
word.
weight. I'm talking about his style. He's not his movement. He's a bit too heavy.
Yeah.
You bring in someone like McLaren into this squad, who can get him behind, and create that space. I think, mate, the system is set up for that type of striker. So coming back to Stoss's question, I think Hamed does not suit the system.
So who plays then? Him, Petrados instead of him.
this is where I'm going to go back and say.
Petrados is terrible as 9, bro.
But who do you play
Nah.
instead? We don't have a 9. He's not really playing that 9. is he?
Dimmy's not on
He's
9.
played 9 this season.
He supports the 9 sometimes. Sometimes there are rotations there where he dribbles it into that central role. And what happens then is the 9 will then cover him on the wing, and
Yeah.
he'll stay up there for a bit till they rotate back.
yeah.
I feel like Dimmy could have played the 9 if he had the form like when he was at Brisbane and Newcastle, yeah? Now where he doesn't, for me, he's either going to be on the wing or maybe you could play him as the 10. That's in my eyes. Like, as a 9, forget it. No chance. No.
So you're saying that we need to sign...
He's too heavy, bro. Dimmy's heavy at the moment.
Yeah.
But he's improving, like, obviously, which is good. I don't know. I feel like he's shredded. It looks like the gut went down.
This game was good.
Maybe because Smithfield Yadiko closed down. I don't know.
Listen, comparing how he looked at the Mariners away game, the one we went to, mate, he looked like fucking... He was having a year off 3 times a day, bro. Yeah, he looked heavy.
Yeah.
So
It's like they bring the truck at training or something like that.
yeah, he couldn't run, man. And comparing him to how he looks now, there's been improvement.
So honestly, after that game, would you start Abini over Hamed? He did well, Abini. Come on. To be fair, he did. He won the
Bro,
penalty.
I'll be honest.
He won
I'll be honest.
Let's relax a little
Abini
bit.
is a
Rotation player.
rotating player. He comes in off a bench. He might insert a bit
an
of
hour,
energy,
20
half an hour.
Hold on.
He's an
Let me
impact
ask my
player.
question. Let me ask
Impact
my
player.
question. All right, you just said Abini did. Tell me what Abini did in the game, which was so good for him
No,
to
I'm
be
just
worthy of a
throwing it out.
starting lineup as a 9. You tell me now what Abini
the way
did in
I
that
see
game.
it, like, right.
What won the penalty?
No, like Boss said, Ruden's ruthless, yeah?
Yeah.
So Hamed didn't show much. Abini came on in 20 minutes and did more than Hamed did all
Nah, that's ridiculous. What you're
That's
saying.
what I think, bro. He
No
won the
way.
penalty, he chased back, he did...
What did he do? He won the.
But
Come
as
on.
a that's what impact players should do because they're
100%.
fresh.
He's
They
come
come
on
on
fresh, exactly.
70th minute, or whatever. They make an
I
impact.
know. Start Abini,
But
bro. That's
I'm saying, bro.
ridiculous.
coming on as an impact player is completely different
Yeah.
to starting a game.
I agree. But if
You
we're
know?
criticising Hamed that he's not going to start, then I'm looking at who's going to start instead of Hamed.
I don't
If I would've been Benny
Hamed
Wise.
deserves to be dropped.
No.
He didn't have an awful game. Okay, he wasn't as effective.
He's
but
coming
like
off an injury too.
Banana said, he did
Let's
offer
bear
that
in mind.
support. Yeah, I think
Hamed starts?
Hamed starts.
enough.
Absolutely, Hamed starts.
Let's talk about another scenario. What are your thoughts on Rudin dropping Meikos and giving Magush to start?
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? Most people didn't notice that.
Yeah,
That's
I,
what
I didn't notice about into maybe 10 minutes into the game. Like, what the hell?
good,
Magush is in the goal.
What from
good
the
sign.
pub?
Yeah, from the no, I was in the fucking stadium. Fuck you cunts, bro. I was banned from Bank
What are
West.
your thoughts on that? Because
Podcast.
that you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Gus hitting World Cup.
Yeah.
Schwarzer bringing in Kalash.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Well, we still went through, but I'm just saying, like
Tried to throw
subbing
the
your
brothers in there.
keeper for me is the most like full-on move a manager could do.
So coming back to last week's game, because the pattern here is you don't play well, you're benched, right?
Yeah.
I think then he must have found him a bit responsible for that first goal as well, and maybe the corner as well, not coming out and clearing it. So he's seen enough from that game to bench him.
Also, even the third goal, bro.
Yeah.
He could have got a hand to it. Probably still would have went in.
Hey.
The point is,
What a message to send. No one is fucking invincible.
Yeah.
No one is invincible. I don't care if you've played in the EPL like he has. Yeah. I don't care if you're fucking a 10-year veteran. Yeah. No one is safe. Everyone should be on alert.
Magush did well that game. I don't think
And you know what?
He did all right.
Let him keep his position.
Yeah.
Till Magoosh starts maybe getting a bit cocky and making mistakes. Yeah. Till then, mate, reward him.
You know what the thing is with Magoosh? Like, for me last season, Magoosh's biggest issue was set pieces, okay?
Yeah.
The height,
Obviously, there was a couple of free
FFA
kicks
Cup.
that he got done over with. Even, like, on corners coming out, his aerial ability isn't the greatest. I feel like, yeah, fair enough, all right, these are attributes that are bad for Magoosh. I feel like Maicas isn't that much better in those instances. You know what I mean? Like, for me, all right, we bought Maicas in. He's got a bit of a pedigree. Real Madrid, blah, blah, blah. Played Middlesbrough, this, that, EPL. But I feel like the step between Magoosh and Maicas isn't one to have his spot cemented as our first team keeper. I feel like there should be competition between them.
But that's what I'm saying. No one's position is
no,
cemented.
but let's go back now. In the beginning of the season, when this bloke was signed, did we waste it on a goalkeeper?
Looking at that
Did we
game.
waste the signing on a
Yeah,
goalkeeper?
we early, but looking at that game.
No, but did we waste it? I mean, we could have brought
I
someone
don't know
else
if it's
in.
a waste because it's always good to have like two options in the
What
squad.
was he?
Like
Wait,
that.
but no, did he take that last international spot? Did he?
Well,
that's
he took
Lope.
one of the. But the
Lope
main thing
left.
is,
No, how many international?
but
we haven't
Lopa
signed,
was
though.
good, but
Lopa was good.
Lopa was a bro. That
Yeah, but
Lopa
how
was
can
a
you
top
say?
signing.
How can you say he wasted a spot when we still have spots?
We still have international.
We just
spots.
signed an international player.
Hold on. Who have we signed?
We just signed a guy-
Maicas, Gower?
He's Aussie. He's
Aussie, bro.
Who? Gower?
No,
No,
the one we
this
just
this
signed.
guy.
Is he not?
Defender.
Is he not
I'm
Croatian?
talking now international spots. We've got Maicas, Gower, okay?
Yeah.
Rodwell,
Ziggy?
Ziggy. We've still got one spot, bro. Who else? There's no international. It's
Gower.
5.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
Gower.
But Agawa comes out of that cap because he's Asian.
Yeah, Asian's not included in the
Asian's
count.
not
Okay.
included.
So what we've signed
So we
for
can't call it a waste because there's still space there.
No, but still, but in reality,
four. So there's still one spot.
But in reality, is it a waste of a spot when you can go and get an attacking
my
player
gosh.
with that?
Yeah.
If you put it that way, all right.
That way, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, look at Wellington. Like that number 7 they brought in, the Mexican bloke. Fuck me. No. Just, they got a new bloke.
No
Fuck me
way.
Dead. Did you see the crack on this guy? He scored against Brisbane.
What nash is he?
Mexican. I just said it twice.
Fucking hell. But I thought you were speaking about the one that went to fucking
No. They brought
Rams.
another one, bro.
How's the one that's gone to Rams? How's he performing?
Not the best, bro.
Not the best?
He
Oh,
shouldn't have left
He
Wellington.
scored last time.
Oh, lucky.
He scored against the last game.
Fuck,
But-
man. Wellington have a bit of a scout team there, huh?
It's not hard, bro.
No,
It's
they
not
do.
hard.
Fucking oath they do.
We've got a good scouting team, bro. This is
It is hard,
Well,
bro.
clearly it's hard.
Which international?
Clearly it's hard. Look at the ones
for us. It's hard.
Who's been outstanding fucking international signing for us in the
Riera
last
was the
2-3
last
years?
one, bro.
Exactly, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it must be hard.
Adeleke.
It must be hard.
One game, one day, and he fucking gone. The derby. That was his last game. Be tired after
Where
that.
we're at a club, look, I don't want to get too ahead. Like I'm normally positive and stuff, but I don't get too ahead because we sat here last time after that loss and we said the pressure's on Rudin. You know, a couple of people came up to us pre-game. What do you think of Rudin with negative attitude?
I don't
know.
been negative at all
No,
yet.
No, I'm not saying news guys, like normal supporters. They come up and they go, "What do you reckon about Rudin and stuff like that?" It's. I don't want to. We've been that starved with success that any little hope we jump on, and I don't want to.
But
next 3 games for me,
This win had substance in it.
it did. The players wanted.
You know what?
it.
It wasn't a lucky win. It wasn't a win where we said, "Fuck, man, we played shit."
But victory were pretty poor.
The second
Bro,
half we
with-
played brilliant.
Yeah,
were
but
poor.
but
They were poor.
as a if your opponent is playing poor, that's credit to you because you're shutting them down. You're not allowing them to play. So that's a credit. That's maybe Rudin doing his homework.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can't say, "Oh, the opposition was shit. That's why we won." You made them play shit.
Do you think Gower needs to be training on finishing at training?
Oh, 100%.
No, he needs on his left. That's right.
Oh, I think
Do you think training's going to change that? If he hasn't fucking figured out how to shoot till this age, you think 3 sessions a week can help him change? That's just
don't
you either
know.
got it or you don't, bro.
I feel like he's
his
an
age.
energetic player. He has a lot of flair. He knows how to beat players. You know, his passing game is quite decent as well, but when he gets in that final third, it's like boom. It's just, you know, when a gal gets the ball in the box,
Yeah.
I'm already like writing him off.
It's like he runs out.
Gal's got it. I'm gonna pass.
It's like he's run out of energy. He's run out of steam. And he
It's
gets
not
that.
energy. I just feel like he just can't finish.
I get a bit
Held the
excited when
L2
he's on the
button
ball.
too long.
It's.
Or R2 button.
I get a bit excited when he's on the ball. He's got a bit of X factor. I always say that.
No,
Him and
I
Russell.
agree with he has X factor, but when he's in the box, I'm like, bro, pass it, because I just don't. He can't finish, man. He's had so many opportunities this season to bury it, and he either hit it at the keeper, hit the post, fucking sky.
I wouldn't say he's that exciting on the ball. Like, fucking think of Hersey, think of Castellan, bro. That's players that were exciting on the ball, bro.
Yeah.
That was players where you have to sit on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
hoping
not
that
If you
so
was.
make that comparison,
I was hoping you would be, but yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know.
well, obviously, there's been still.
Shut it down there.
Obviously, there's been a lot of rumours still in regards to Rudin, okay, and a few names are getting dropped for end of the season. I think with Rudin, it's going to be a factor of how he goes this season, obviously, I assume, okay? So if he's performing and let's say we make finals, yeah, okay, and then we bomb out
Mate,
first
sign
game
him.
of the finals.
Sign him.
Re-sign?
Sign him because that's progress.
Yeah.
That is progress,
we
mate.
were bottom of the pits.
Yep.
And to
Because of if you make
I
it to the
agree with
finals, I don't care what happens after that. For me, that's progress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't fix something
And
that's
it's not
like this straight
it's
away.
not progress after coming in and having your own preseason.
I would say,
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's it.
progress
Yeah.
in a fucking
Yeah.
He came in a shitstorm.
in a shitstorm.
He's still in a shitstorm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for him, if he could turn that around with the no time that he's had,
Yeah.
mate, I'm going to think as a club, what happens if we give him a full preseason? What happens if he brings in players that he wants?
yeah.
You know what I mean? I was saying, don't start the negativity.
I'm not
bro.
negative, but Rudin's got the history of 2 season success or 1 season success and falling out. For me, it's
Give me the
but
2
give him
seasons.
that, give him that.
Give me the 2 successful seasons. Flop on your third, and I'll sack you.
For me, it's
That's it.
For me, it's who's available. It's who's available. So if Rudin if he does make the finals, we'll agree he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he makes the finals, it's who's available. If it's Stacic, I'm going Stacic. If he's available, I'm
But
going.
you're not going to
Stacic.
get him, bro. You just
Out
got
of Rudin and Ufik Talo.
Didn't they just qualify? I think they just qualified.
He's qualified. He got the president,
So what?
vice
So,
president.
yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was on
If
board.
it's between them two, I'm
Yeah.
going Stacic. If it's
Pacquiao.
between, if
Yeah, he's running for president now.
Who's this?
When?
Manny Pacquiao is running for
Since when are we
president.
talking about
And he
boxing,
full
bro?
shouted out.
No,
How the fuck did we get to many?
No.
We're talking about Staci.
No, he's talking about
He's
Staci.
coach in the Philippines.
Yeah, and they qualified, and now he got like from vice president.
So then you
president.
jump straight into fucking Manny Pacquiao and Filipino
he-
politics.
no,
He's running for
for president.
He shouted him out and everything.
I'm saying he's not going to come because of those reasons.
That's right. He's not going to come to
Absolute.
Australia because Manny Pacquiao's president.
See,
What is, bro? What do you want?
Because if you're president,
President came to you.
what Banana's saying is maybe he might improve his pay package.
So what if
Yeah.
Bam Bam became president? Like,
Bam Bam.
Yeah, UFC. If he became president, Rudin's. Oh my
Oh,
god.
we're getting off track now.
Nah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Fucking
Yeah.
UFC TV right now.
God. Nah, look,
Fucking
honestly, if Rudin makes the finals, for me, it's who's available. If it's Stacic, I'm going Stacic. If it's between Rudin
Azar,
and
how do you say
Ufik
that?
Sacking him after making
Azar, how do you do
if
that?
Stacic is available, yes.
How?
I think Stacic is going to be there long term.
But
than
you,
Rudin.
He's locked in with the
you've someone's
Philippines,
just
bro.
come in, took the team to the finals after 6 years of no fucking appearances in the finals, and you're gonna sack him.
Yeah, but
What happens if that just takes us backwards?
I don't know.
It's hard to talk about. Like if our club management.
Can we bring in Ufuk Tale?
Well, with the
I'll
rumors,
agree.
I've got no problem with that, bro.
But,
I'll bet we've dropped that
One
name a lot of
second.
times.
1 second. If we're going to keep Rudin, I want to see a style. I want to see change. I want to see big changes.
Yeah.
That's for me to keep him. I know it's slowly, but we've still got a few games. We've got a heaps of games left, but we've got like 15 or
I think as
we're a
games
third of
left.
the season. I didn't realise. I thought
Yeah.
there's only like a couple of games left.
now with the positive signs we're seeing, I think it's absolutely disrespectful from fans or anyone associated with the club to talk about another coach. Honestly, because that shows that you're not supporting. We're not supporting or backing the coach at the moment. Hey, let's judge him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But he's coming. He's just won a tough
Yeah,
game against
that's
Victory.
what I'm saying.
It's completely unfair now to talk about a potential, recruitment and sacking him by the end of the year. He's just won us a game. Tough game at home. You know, we're seeing changes. I think it would be unfair to have those discussions.
Yeah,
at the moment.
I'm with you on
You know what's
that.
funny?
You know what I mean? It's just not a good feeling.
With this league if we lose 2 games, everything changes. It's crazy.
All right.
Yeah,
when-
said that.
when-
But if we win 2 games,
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like if I'm rude and sitting at home watching RBTV, and these cunts,
Sure it is. Sure it is. Sure
I just want a fucking hard game against Popper and his Melbourne boys.
And you're saying that.
And these guys are talking about Stagey sacking him. He's going, fuck you, cunts. What else do you want me to do?
Malta, the rest of the panel's against him. Yeah.
Fucking bring this up when I lose, not
love
now.
football
Let
like
me
you.
enjoy my fucking week.
Not just that, and he's playing against his ex-club again. Yeah. Now he's got a
This week,
second
eh?
chance to
Yeah.
prove himself.
We got
you
it,
know?
mate.
Big game.
Good, Ruden's the one.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Hey, it was only 1-0 loss.
No, wasn't it? That was his first game against
Yeah.
West United,
That's
right?
it, 1-0 loss.
Perth was
Perth
the
was
first
first.
Still,
game.
but they,
One shit
they played.
Perth.
We played against kids there.
It doesn't matter.
Mate, if
Still
we
a
didn't
loss.
see any results in the first month, I'd still say it's unfair to talk about any decisions because you need time.
Yeah.
You need time to put your philosophy in place, your structure, and time for you to see who's good at the club, what's happening, what's the structure, how's the youngsters like. I think he's had that period now, that 3 weeks period. He's just won a game. And I think, mate, look, I think we're going to get stronger from here. I honestly do.
I'm actually positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that banana always says that I get excited, this, that.
I was excited. Don't get me wrong, bro. You saw me when I
Fair
came
enough,
out.
because Carl Robinson was 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. There was a pattern
win,
there.
7
There's no consistency.
That's pretty much what Ruden's
But he
one loss, one to win, the one
he
loss.
doesn't have that
wins,
pattern
two
yet. He
losses,
just
yeah.
won his first win. If he backs it up with
Second.
win, sorry. If he backs it up with another win here, man, hey, there's signs of
Oh, I'm on the bandwagon. I'm on
Mate,
board.
I'll be on
If
the
he wins
bandwagon
next
after
game,
this game.
if he beats Western United, I'm actually thinking in my head, my positivity's just going up here.
The next
Honestly.
2 games for me are big. Western United, Newcastle. If we get 2 wins there, I'm like,
Hey, that's
yeah.
massive.
Actually,
In
no,
terms of
Papas's name is getting being thrown around
Yeah,
a bit too.
yeah.
yeah, in
I
terms
wouldn't
of
mind him, brother.
our season, I think these next 2 games are the most important games of the season.
Crucial, very crucial.
Honestly,
Big games.
you lose, you get 1 point out of 2 games here, you're done.
Yeah.
You get 4 points out of these next 2 games, mate. You're still in the
Start
hunt.
of season, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What if he gets 2 draws?
No
I
good.
prefer a loss than a win.
Yeah.
What do you mean you prefer a loss?
Yeah, it's
Ain't
3
no win.
points, 2 draws, 2.
Yeah,
Simple maths,
obviously.
though. Yeah,
If you mathematically,
Yeah.
obviously.
Hey, how about if we win both?
Oh, fuck.
If we win both, I told you.
saying
If
what
we
you're
win
saying.
both, we're
Are we gonna roll up
winning the
here?
league.
Are we gonna roll up here in a bandwagon that has Rudin written on it?
I'm putting Ruden banner at the back here.
Yeah, Rudin.
JT out
in.
banner with Rudin in.
We haven't forgotten about you, JT. Don't worry about that. Keep watching.
Don't
We
forget, bro.
haven't forgotten.
You know,
Relax.
whatever goods happens on the on-field, we still want you gone, bro.
Get
We
out
still
of here.
want you
now.
gone. Don't think we forgot
Can I
about
ask you
you,
a question?
brother.
Something crossed my mind today. You think JT? Look, we're all JT out, and we're gonna fucking say that till he's out. But do you reckon after the recent comments by ex-players and his name being dragged through the media about the club culture, do you think he's fucking now feels that maybe I'm not invincible and maybe at the club hasn't
Oh, yeah.
hasn't, as a hear me out,
Yeah.
hasn't been as maybe involved as he previously has, because now there's a fear that something can leak out again because it's leaked out. Ex-players coming out talking about it. Do you think now there's that fear there? Because I reckon before he didn't give a fuck.
Bro, honestly, boss, like, I get your angle, but I feel this guy is that arrogant and oblivious and actually believes. Don't get me wrong. I feel this guy is not a scenario where he doesn't love the club. I feel like he loves the club, yeah? Okay? He loves the Wanderers. But I feel he's just oblivious to anything. I'm telling you now. I feel that he's that entrenched in the club that whatever happens, whatever we say here, whatever gets done at the stadium, that his job is safe.
But Nana, you don't think he thinks, all right, Rudin's here on a 6-month contract. If I fucking become toxic in the 6 months, mate, he might come out and fucking expose me. You think he's not thinking that?
I think you're right, man.
That could happen.
I think
no,
a lot of-
I'll agree with that.
If he had Rudin locked for 3-4 years, I think he's got a bit more
story.
freedom to
Yeah,
be. But he's got to coach him for 6 months. If he acts like how he's been
After all the other
portrayed,
shit that's been brought up. Yeah, okay.
Rudin might come out. Rudin's not fucking. Rudin won't hold back.
No.
Rudin will come and say, "Fucking this
Oh,
cunt's toxic."
he's got nothing
The
to lose.
rumors before I went through are true. I can't. No one can work in that environment. So I think there's a bit of fear there now.
Honestly, the great thing is when we go, people come and speak to us, and a lot of people ask us, "Do you think JT is going to be there?" My personal opinion is he's stepping down in the season. I hope I'm right, but my personal opinion is that my biggest, and I think I said this a couple of podcasts ago.
What makes you think that?
Aren't the greatest.
No, they are. They're pretty good.
You still think we're going to make
pretty
the top six last season, bro?
Mathematically,
So,
yeah.
last season, fuck.
Do you remember when he still thinks
Mathematically, we can't.
maybe
still a
someone's
chance.
cheating the salary cap
Mathematically,
is
bro.
not
Sauce,
getting-
I looked at you when you said that. That came from the heart. That came from the heart.
Payback.
Yeah, it came from you, mate.
Stuff. Let me ask you,
Your
that
opinions.
That Rudin interview. Have you ever seen JT that rattled? That scruffy during questions? I've never seen him that rattled.
Or rough looking.
Rough look. I think-
Infrastructure.
and what he said, he goes, I will be
Infrastructure.
out one day, but not now. I've never seen him say that. I think he might be, bro.
Fuck, mate. Listen,
wet.
The
hey,
rain's coming down, lads.
Just
Come on,
a-
balls ain't getting wet.
just a bit of-
Boss is getting wet now.
just
The
a,
laptop's coming to do. So this is what we do for you, cunts,
We
mate.
do for that, bro.
In
just
the
a bit
rain,
of
whatever.
background
Rain, hail, or
information.
shine.
You getting wet?
Nah.
Bit of background information. Bananas installed an extension on the
Extension up a goal. I just
ceiling
did it on
downlights.
I just did it
Last
for
week,
balls.
I got drenched here. I tried to keep a cool face on.
Now it's starting to swing a bit.
Yeah, now it's coming in. Look at the angle. Look at the angle. It's
not long enough.
It's literally hitting our back, bro.
Banana's not long enough.
No, let's stand this way now.
The rain's coming all the way up.
You'll be alright, bro. It's only a little bit of rain.
Anyway,
shit.
Bucket him
alright,
down.
let's talk about our next fixture now, obviously, which is Western United.
Stas, can I just,
away.
can I just advise you to maybe talk closer into your mic because the rain's a bit loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear the rain?
What did I say? That's funny as a.
Hold on. Can I answer this question here?
Bro, how hard is it coming in?
Listen, hold on. I want to say something now because I'm getting trolled here hard by some Greek, okay?
Who is
He's
he?
gone, Christos. As a Greek, how can you support this McFranchise and not support your local Greek club?
You're not local. You're in
Okay,
Melbourne, you
alright.
fuckwit.
You're in Melbourne for starters, okay? And
it's the
I
locals.
was a Sydney Olympic.
Stas, can you repeat the question? I didn't hear
Alright,
it.
so he goes, Christos, as a Greek, how can you support this McFranchise and not support your local Greek club?
Alright, go.
Okay, so I supported Sydney Olympic for the majority of my life. My father used to take them to the games and whatever else. For me, it's all about football in this country, yeah? Okay? The A-League is the prestige league of this country, yeah? It's the top flight, okay? I'm from Western Sydney, okay? All right? For me, I don't go into the racial card, okay, here. All right, I'm a Greek and I'm going to support my Greek club. I support Western Sydney because that's where I'm from, okay? And the A-League is the top flight league. So, Pasnaga Mythisko Proskilo, South Melbourne Hellas is a dump of a club. You're never going to get in
Don't be like.
Here we go. Here we
That's
go.
my answer, brother.
hang on.
I support the
Hang on,
Wanderers.
stop. I want to go in my view here now, okay? All these older clubs, I respect every single one of them. South
100%.
Melbourne, I even follow their page. I always drop a like on their fucking when they drop something on Instagram.
100%.
All right. These clubs were all built from scratch, okay? They were built from scratch. They built from the immigrants coming into this country
I'll agree with
and all
that.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
they were.
I'll
okay?
agree with that.
Now, difference with my club, Western Sydney now, is that before we were introduced into this club, all these other clubs, they were literally ready, printed out, and just thrown out, and here's your A-League.
Yeah.
That's it. That was my view when the A-League came out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this league? I didn't even know this league was coming out. Difference here is my club, is our club, is we got brought in. We were told to come in. What do we want, bro, for this?
That's
What
a
kind
very
of team
good
do we
point.
want?
That is a
We built this club, bro.
Yeah.
We did.
We went to those forums and we chose the name and the colors of this club, bro.
Well said, Banana.
All right?
Yeah.
It's not just this scheme was thrown up and thrown to us, made up, and then it was given to
We
us.
chose
here.
everything. We chose the
We
name, the
chose
colours, the
everything,
coach,
bro.
Popovich, we
Don't
said.
get- all right, we didn't come up through the ranks. They threw us in the league, but
Whatever.
my
As
point
a-
is, we're here.
No, 100%.
It
As a-
was our club. We decided what we
Well
want.
said,
bro.
Banana.
Azza,
Alright.
you always speak well about this. Maybe give a bit of background information about the early days that we were part of in terms of decision making and all that. You really summed this up really well.
All right, so from the start, from before the Wanderers, yeah?
The
Remember
reason
this?
why I say this is because there's obviously viewers and supporters that don't understand.
And
So
I want to say straight up that I respect every single NSL club, whether NPL 1 or NPL 4 or 3.
I do too, but this
I know
guy
you-
But one
pissed me off.
second.
I know you- I know,
All right?
I know.
And he
Honestly.
reeled me in good there.
One
I know, Stas.
as I go,
I do. What we've got to remember is there was a club before the Wanderers and Sydney Rovers, yeah? And
It wasn't a
it's-
club, it was an idea.
It was an
It was an
idea.
idea.
It got approved. It got
That's not
approved.
our idea, but
It got
that wasn't
approved,
our
yeah?
idea.
What happened was we all met up as Sydney Rovers. It was going to be a Western Sydney club playing out at ANZ, whatever. Now, obviously, we know that with hindsight, it's stupid. We went to war with certain people, but whatever. We met up as a group of supporters, and it's hard to explain, but you know when you just go somewhere, you just belong? All the different cultures. We just belonged. We met, we just got along straight away. We even went to Parramatta, chanted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Banners.
RIP, one of the boys died and all that sort of stuff. And it just
On
brought
that
us
night
closer.
too,
On that night. And it brought us closer for Sydney Rovers. Then what happened was Sydney Rovers collapsed. Right? The bid collapsed, whatever reason, politics, I'm not going to get into. Then we had about 2 or so years of just wilderness saying, like, we know we were there. Like, look, we went for Sydney Rovers. We were there.
The seeds were planted.
The seeds were planted. The support was there. And there was just wilderness. And finally, this club gets announced, yeah? And credit to them. Credit to Lyle Gorman and all that stuff. They had the 7 forums right around Western Sydney. I went to every single one. All of us went to a lot of them. And they listened to us. And straight away from the start, like Banana said, we said we want Western Sydney Wanderers. The thing was, there was a lot of people out there, and they had their own opinion. Western Sydney Pride was named. We had a massive debate whether West or Western should be in the name.
Right.
We chose red and black. Other colours were mentioned.
Black and blue.
Oh, everything.
Atletico, Western Sydney. they
Everything, Western, yeah, every single thing. And then,
I remember that,
and
yeah.
credit to them, they listen to us. They go, okay, we want red and black, we want the name. They even asked you what coach we want.
Yeah.
And we said Popovich.
Yep.
Because he was at Crystal Palace at the time as assistant coach. Credit to them, they listened to us. They asked us what club we want, and we said we want one that represents this area, hardworking. We don't want, I remember this. We said we don't want any big marquee. I remember that. And we got Ono, credit to him, is really modest, yeah? So with this club, we feel that we built it. Yeah,
Yep.
we didn't build the stadium and all that stuff like some of the
infrastructure.
NSL. Yeah, some of the NSL clubs did. And yes, like Badana said, we were just thrown straight into the A-League. We didn't work our way up.
Yep.
But we feel that this club is us. Because
You're on. We built
it is.
yeah.
It is. And being in the RBB, we saw the success it had. We just feel at home.
Yep.
And that's why we're so passionate about JT out, because we feel that he's a nice
it's our
bloke.
house.
JT's a nice
It's our
bloke.
club.
But he's killing our club.
Yep.
He's not killing Western Sydney Wanderers, he's killing our
Not just
club.
him, there's a few others
And
that are killing.
yeah,
as well.
Costello and all that
They
stuff.
are,
Right, they've got to
and,
go.
And going back to this bloke about NSL, South Melbourne, we all kind of loosely followed our NSL clubs.
course
Yeah?
we all
We
did.
all did. I grew up going to Melita games, yeah? Just the way it is. And fair enough, you can blame me, you can blame my parents. They didn't stick through there with Melita in the bad days and stuff like that. But the NSL, it had its time, and I respect everything with NSL. I just bought Melita stuff on eBay, yeah? But facts are facts that the NSL was dying. The crowds weren't there. The money wasn't there. Channel 7 screwed it 100%. There was outside influence. But the fact is the NSL was dying.
Yeah.
Now, when the A-League came in, I couldn't follow Sydney FC.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't. I saw the NSL
I'm the
ethnic
same.
mentality. So finally, when this club came in, it offered us something.
Absolutely.
Western Sydney. Like we couldn't follow them. We couldn't
One
follow
season.
Sydney.
I couldn't.
So
season,
that's
one
what I mean. Like respect to NSL teams, but we just found a home with this club. It's hard to explain, but we just did. You just know when you belong. And that's it for me. And I think all of us agree. Like
Yeah.
we always say, like we always laugh that we met because of football.
Absolutely. So going back to what Banana said, right? There's complete respect for these NSL teams and all these MPL one sides because it was built by immigrants, right? But that's where the loyalty lies because they built it.
Yeah.
We feel like we built this club or played a massive
It's the
role in
same-
that.
it's the
So
same
that attachment is there.
Yeah.
That loyalty is there. So you know what? Maybe in 50 years, there might be a generation that build a club. That same loyalty is there. That same attachment
You know
is
what?
there.
You know what I feel like Wanderers is, boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's home.
We're getting a bit thing here, man.
We talk, we
And
talk,
we're getting emotional here,
now we
mate.
talk about MPL1 clubs now. You talk
the
about.
tissues
Hold
melting.
on. You talk-
Banana, get on the scotch, mate.
Hold on, have another scotch, bro.
Get on the scotch, bro.
Hey, we talk about your Sydney Olympics, the Greeks, your Sydney United,
all these
the
clubs.
Crows. No, hold on. You talk about your Bonnie Rigs, you know what I mean? Your Serbs, you know. You were talking about all these ethnic clubs that have built their clubs from immigrants that have come here. Yeah. You know what Wanderers is such a complete club in that sense. It's all those immigrants together.
one.
Yeah,
It's a hybrid.
all those clubs.
It's a hybrid.
It's Western Sydney, and everyone's combined, and we're supporting the Wanderers, bro. That's why, like, I'm so passionate about this club as well because I feel it just unites the West, but it unites all these ethnicities.
It's-
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
You're right. It's bigger than football. We said this that we grew up in Western Sydney. We live in Western Sydney. We cop so much shit from the East, and finally, this was a place where we could say, you know what, fuck you. We're better than you guys.
yeah.
We've won the ACL. We look at our culture. Look at our celebrations. And obviously they, embarrassing us the last couple of years. But that's what it was. It's the heart, bro.
I remember.
It's the heart, man.
I went with my old man to a Sydney FC game. It was the only.
You didn't belong, eh?
It was the only A-League game I went to. I went in neutral colours.
Yeah.
I sat on the side. Yeah. I walked out and I said, I'm never coming here again, mate. And you know what? My whole life, you know what I feel? Once I cross the Anzac Bridge, I feel uncomfortable because I feel like I don't belong.
Yeah.
Right. It's not my identity. It's not my place. Don't get me wrong. I'll go to the city, whatever. I'll go to a friend's birthday. But when you
not
come
for football. Yeah.
when you come to the West, you feel at home, man. You come from work. It's like I'm fucking in the area.
But how good's the derby when you get you know you're
you know,
enemy territory.
You're ripping the West. You know what I mean? Hey, you wait till that new stadium's built. Imagine that first away game in the new stadium. I drove past it today, mate. Put it aside. Outside's all done. I seen through
Took 'em long enough.
I seen through the doors. They put all sky blue seats around inside.
Did they?
So it's almost ready.
Are they easy to break, those shoes?
Oh mate,
We'll test them out next year.
we'll find out. We'll find out in 6
Hey, coming
months.
back to the older clubs, these older clubs that are much older than us. I would love to see these clubs like get into.
Oh,
the
so
A-League.
are we going into the promotion relegation?
No, but I'm just saying
like
like,
a- that's a
overall,
whole
like
thing.
some clubs shouldn't be there, like in the A League. I don't know. I don't want to get into names,
Yeah.
but
No,
I'm just saying like
I would rather.
imagine like a
South
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Imagine a Melbourne victory against South Melbourne game, like
Yeah.
Saturday night.
I would honestly.
We get a little tease of it.
I feel the A-League's already flooded with Melbourne.
I would rather
It doesn't
watch.
matter. That's not the point. But imagine these games, bro. Like imagine.
Stas, can you imagine,
South Melbourne, Western Sydney playing?
Rockdale versus Brisbane Roar. Mate,
really.
I'd love it because fucking.
love it.
I'd love it. Maybe because we're football lovers. It's a team that's fucking trying to find their feet. You know what I mean?
But
It's got a rich history.
As much as it would
Yeah,
be
man.
good,
Fuck.
and then have a
it's
20
mad watch football.
20 team comp, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel that these clubs just don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the money.
South Melbourne does.
Can we not-
Supposedly
South
have
Melbourne
it,
Because the stadium.
but like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Can we
I
not have
feel
a
that
system?
the downfall for them would be very quick.
Can we not have a system where only one team, not like I think currently it's 4 teams in Europe.
Yeah.
After the COVID break, 4 teams get promoted, 4 teams get relegated. If I'm right, can we not have a system in place where it's only one team that gets relegated and one team promoted?
can, boss.
And in that way, the league can support that one team.
Oh,
And
the
then,
best-
and then FIFA won't be on our backs.
Why?
And
Exactly.
get
Yeah,
more spots in that
exactly.
in the Champions League. The best thing I've heard with that, and we're getting promotion and relegation argument here, is that the
Fuck it.
top
Let's
teams-
fucking sit here for 3 hours and talk, man. I don't give a fuck.
We'll make
I
up
like
for the
this
2
convo.
blunders before.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, mate.
100%. The top teams from each league already play off in that championship thing, yeah?
Yeah.
The winner of that versus a playoff with the last team of the A-League.
Yep.
Now, you do home and away, whatever. If the last team of the A-League loses to a state league team, you could argue they don't deserve to be in the A-League. The only problem with me is, and you could say the the state leagues team survives, so why can't the A-League, is if the A-League team does get relegated, can they, that sort of stuff.
That's
That's
a
the
good
issue.
point.
Now, South Melbourne have a great deal with the stadium. I think it's like what, 100-year lease, whatever.
Yeah.
So the NSL teams or state league teams, they have great leases.
So you're
that
saying
thing
they won't have an issue playing up? It's the teams that
coming
dropped.
down,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
where you need the balloon payments. We saw what happened with England and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah,
the championship.
yeah,
You're right, because the teams that coming
but
up,
that's the
they're going to
issue.
gain
No, but-
sponsorships
but this
and
is
whatever
where,
else.
But this is where the TV rights need to come in for the second league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the
to
money's
help
not
that team
to
get
make
back
like
in.
a championship setup,
Yeah,
like in the,
something
with
like that.
You got the EPL.
But you know the
yeah.
problem. Most problem is here is these clubs don't have like a big buyer to come in who's going to support
Yeah.
them. That's the problem here. But you know I don't understand how these stupid clubs like Western United and I don't know
MacArthur.
Like had these two stupid teams get a bidder and some owner
Land.
Like where they
whatever
find
It's land.
over like South Melbourne or Sydney United or whoever. Like you know what I mean?
I wanna
Like,
ask you a
this whole
question.
NSL
If a
Do
rich-
you think that Adelaide has this thing
in
where
that.
they're just against these teams?
No,
coming in?
Stas,
used to be-
let me ask a question.
But they're missing out on a big opportunity here,
If
bro.
a rich Hong Kong man comes in and tries to buy Sydney Olympic or Sydney United, are they selling? I don't think they will. They're not going to sell their fucking club to a Hong Kong business. That's where the issue is.
Depends.
These new
If
clubs had
they-
no owners.
If they had a scenario where they had the luxury of a promotion relegation, they would.
But
You
what
reckon?
If they're staying in the NPL,
Whatever
then they're
the
going to
game.
sell.
You reckon?
There's no promotion.
I don't know. That's
You reckon
what
they
I feel.
have their pride will allow them to sell them to a fucking Asian
I reckon a
businessman?
bit of both.
If they had the potential of going into the A-League, I think they would, man. Why wouldn't they?
The incentive's there to
I
get
feel
promoted.
I feel they would.
But-
But I get what you're saying in the sense of the pride, the heritage
It's their
of the
club.
club.
It
I agree
feels
with
like
that.
they're saying their father's hard work, or you know what I mean. The generations that
Yeah.
came in
But
before
if
them.
it's an opportunity to get into the A-League, I think they would.
There you go,
That's
South
my
Melbourne,
opinion.
Hal Lassell or whatever. Look what you caused, bro.
Yeah.
But I hope hope we
good
answered it.
stuff.
Honestly, I hope we answered it.
Fuck.
I
One
hope-
comment.
I hope we get him in the FFA Cup.
One
Probably
comment led
win.
to a fucking
know.
second podcast.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Honestly,
It's a good talk to have, bro.
it is. It is.
They deserve to be those big clubs
Respect
back in the
it,
days,
yeah.
man. They're still big clubs. These
I
are
love
massive
it.
clubs to me.
I love
bro.
it. You know I coached at MPL 1 level.
Yeah.
Mate, I love it. I verse different clubs each week. It's a different experience.
Yeah.
You verse the Greeks, mate. There's a lot of banter,
Yeah.
malak or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you verse the, you know what I mean? You verse the Shire. I represent the Shire side.
Yeah.
But then I'll verse the Massos.
Yeah.
It's every week. It's a different experience.
banner,
I love
eh?
it. The
Yeah.
crowds are different every week.
Shire dogs.
Yeah, Shire dons.
Oh, well, even with me, with our club, Liverpool Olympic, obviously, you know, we had a great run in the FFA Cup.
Yeah.
And we had the luxury of playing.
Mate.
Sydney Olympic, obviously we lost 9-0.
Yeah.
But whatever,
but-
as a park football Premier League, it was brilliant.
Forget the
experience.
side. What an experience!
No, it was brilliant.
I was there that night, Stos, and the crowd, mate,
it was
it was
big crowd there, it was
buzzing.
Honestly, I can't wait to go home and watch this again because it shows our passion, and that's why we do what we do for this club. Honestly,
Passion.
There's big passion.
That's why we did this. Yeah.
Like, there's a big passion.
Hey! Get him a
let's,
taxi.
Let's go back to Stoss prediction for Western United
I know,
game.
'cause you know what? I feel like when I was looking at the time here, I brought up that question about the 40th minute,
like
and we
3
go
hours.
like an hour and 5 minutes now.
How's the camera going, bro?
The camera's doing all right.
The sound's still
Doing all right?
working.
Nah,
SIM
we're
card
fine.
in?
We're
Get up
fine.
and go check the battery,
Hey, if
bro.
it cuts out, the camera's battery's
Yeah,
off. But
That's
we'll
it.
keep
It's not
going.
the system, it's the camera now.
All right, so Western United away. Obviously, this is Ruden's second run at his old club.
Bit of revenge.
Obviously, you know what? For me, I'm not just going into this game positively because of the win last week, but I feel the game against Western United, we were a bit unlucky in that game.
Yeah, yeah.
We lost 1-0. You know, I feel like we had opportunities to at least get a draw. Okay, we had more of the attacking options in that game. So.
Yeah.
Yes, let's put the win in now from last week. I think momentum's coming in now, bro. I know, I'm getting positive.
There's a spark.
I'm seeing players stepping it up now. You know, the Greeks are playing finally. Dimi and Tonis are both playing. So, you know what? I'm going to go 2-1 win. 2-1 win. Away, 2-1 win.
Fuck. I want.
Yeah.
Hell, bro.
I don't want to
I want to say win, but I know how fast this club can slap us in the face.
Yeah, hard out.
I'm just going to go for a negative. I'm going to go for a 1-0 loss again.
I'm going for a draw.
I'm going 1-1.
Yeah.
And who do we got after that?
Newcastle
At home?
away Wednesday
I can see
night.
us losing there, bro.
Yeah, happens on
I'm gonna go draw.
Fucking
How
great.
are they going at the moment? It's, Melbourne City and all
They're
that.
live. I can't see it.
I'll have a quick look, but yeah, 1-1 draw, man.
I'm going draw.
I don't
As
know,
long as we
boys.
got
I'm just
I
feeling-
hope you're right, Stoss.
I feel there's two aspects for me now, yeah? The win from last week and how close the game was against Western United. You know, the 1-0 loss, obviously.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Melbourne City 3-0 against the Jets.
Plus
Close
they got a
game.
red. Wow.
there you go. Papas. Shout out to Papas.
Close game. Yeah, that's not good for us because
Carl Jenkinson scored. Matthew Leckie and Jamie McLaren. What a
Lecky's
fucking,
on fire, eh?
what a lineup.
What a player.
roster.
Fucking
Team, bro,
hell.
straight out.
We're a roster.
Draw. Are we going to change the lineup for that game?
No
Anyone?
changes, mate.
No changes.
No
Only
changes.
change I'll make is if Rodwell's fit,
Yeah, I was going to say.
comes in straight
For
in.
who?
Comes in, take
Dennis.
Terry out, play Troisi higher up the field. Done.
I reckon Aquilina for Russell.
I want
Get
to.
him out. Get him out. Hit him with this bottle, this fucking idiot, bro. Hit him.
Honest question. Honest question, guys. Import flies in. He's obviously played in the Indian Super League.
Oh yeah, the
But he's Aussie.
The centre back.
He's like, yeah, but he's coming from the Indian Super League. So I'm saying this.
What are we saying here, the Indian Super League?
He only played 9 games. So.
Okay, but he's played. So he's played.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
You saying Indian Super League? I
just think of cricket- I just think of
I just
cricket
can't take it
immediately.
serious.
All right.
Rooney
I think
played
of
there.
butter chicken.
What I'm trying to get is his conditioning should be up there.
Yeah, match
All right,
fit.
he should be match fit. He should
He's
be
a
ready.
bit old. He's a bit old.
How old is
He's
he?
tall.
You know.
No, 31.
31.
All right.
What
all
I'm
right,
getting
defender.
at, if he comes in terms of conditioning, he's ready, match fit. Do you make any changes at the back line?
Maybe Ziggy.
Has to be harsh on Ziggy.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I
It
forgot
is.
about Ziggy. I was going to say before.
There's
harsh.
you know, if Rudin drops one of our centre backs after that performance, and someone that hasn't even come in yet, barely had any training sessions with the squad, is an idiot.
Okay,
He's
okay.
a fucking idiot, honestly.
This is where it's going to be harsh, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just
Mate,
quietly,
you can't
bro.
bring him in now next game. No way.
How good has Ziggy gone? Honestly, he's been playing good.
No, he has been playing well.
All right.
Yeah.
This-
But is he a
This
centre
will be a
back?
kick in the balls.
He's not a centre back.
I know he's
Doesn't
not a
matter.
centre
Doesn't
back.
matter.
But he's doing a good job, bro.
Bro, I know he's a right back.
He's doing a pass job for me.
a pass.
Yeah, there's points where he's just caught out of position sometimes.
Melbourne City
he's
game,
just,
yeah.
he's just. I get nervous a little bit with Ziggy.
Yeah.
I do.
I just feel like he's.
But I wouldn't sack him for this game.
The tall factor.
I'm going to
The-
throw
it's the
another
tall factor.
hypothetical here now, yeah?
Throw it at him, bro.
Okay, I'll throw a hypothetical.
Throw it at him.
Before I give him a backhand. Okay?
Throw it.
All right, you're talking now about Ziggy, whatever, blah, 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 okay? Let's say this new centre-back comes in, okay?
Blah, blah, blah.
And we sort out the centre-back scenario, okay?
Yeah.
Would you put in Ziggy right back before Russell?
No. No, Russell starts for me.
Bro,
Russell starts.
I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. You remember
my
Ziggy
back
at
line,
right back?
I'll tell you my back
Your
line.
ideal
Ziggy,
back line.
Kanchar.
Off one game.
Chanchar, yeah, man.
Fuck,
Yeah,
on
sorry.
the ball,
Yeah,
huh?
man.
Man, Lagan, Hirosvitska.
Chanchar, it's a chut.
The guy sent us a personalised message. I'm still
Say
saying
it again, bro.
All right, let's take it back. Ziggy, Chanchar,
Yeah.
a new guy come in, just going off his experience, and think at
Fuck,
left
you're
back
throwing him
Traore.
already, boss. We don't-
Mate, put him in. Experience. Put
Hey,
him in.
let's give confidence to Chanchar.
Not this game. I'll go for
Mate.
that against Newcastle.
Chanchar.
Chanchar is going to be like a little pit bull on the weekend, I reckon, man. He's going to be
Bro, you cannot drop him.
He doesn't start.
Hey,
this game
honestly,
for
if
me.
he doesn't start next game,
cannot-
I'm going to Ruden's house.
Rudin, you cannot drop him. Watch this. You
No,
cannot
you
drop
can't.
him.
After that performance, you cannot drop him.
way.
Chanchar.
Chancha, you can't go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if you drop him, we're going to drop you, cunts, bro. You drop him, you're a purat.
Nah, he won't be dropped.
Nah, no way he's
no,
getting
no.
dropped.
No
Hey, he's
way,
Crow too. He's got
Watch it. Watch
You
it.
drop the brother was there.
You drop him now, you demolish that kid's confidence.
Nah, yeah.
Send
you
that message to
do
everyone.
that. You can't do that.
Oh, so who you dropping then? Out of Ziggy
won't-
and him,
I don't
who
drop,
you dropping?
I don't drop anyone at
No,
the
hold
moment.
on.
Yeah.
You're talking about. You
Ziggy,
just
Ziggy.
said
the
you'll
Newcastle
bring the new guy on the experience.
Not this game. Not this game.
After
Because
that,
Newcastle. game.
Newcastle, I bring him in.
Yeah, I agree. Boss.
over who?
Ziggy.
Ziggy right
Give
back.
Ziggy a rest.
I take Tate Robertson
Tate
out.
Russell.
I wouldn't
I
take
take Russell out. Yep.
No way.
I take him out.
No way.
You just said defensively he's
way.
not there.
Yeah, but what's Ziggy going to give you in attack then?
Huh?
I feel like Tate Russell.
So we're
has
going to
the
rely on
balance.
our fullbacks to score goals, are we?
No, but Tate Russell has the balance, bro. I feel like he has the balance. You
Mate,
get what I'm
I
saying?
No, you just said he can't. Like he's not the best. At
No, I'm
defending,
not.
and now he
I'm not
is.
writing him off in defense. I'm saying
needs to improve.
it can improve.
But
he
as a
can still
defender-
defend. Like his positioning's brilliant.
Give me this answer, Stas. When you got one of your defenders, which attribute do you want him to be?
defense. Obviously,
Okay, defense.
obviously.
Ziggy offers that. I'd rather
Mongrel,
lose.
he's got the
I'd
mongrel
rather
in
lose an attack than have defense than get the other way around.
You know what's good
Yeah,
with
but I feel like
boss,
Russell's balanced, boss.
boss, but you know what's
You
good
know
with
what I'm saying? Like-
boss, you know what's good with Ziggy now? Like say he was to moving out to the right back. The good thing is with Ziggy, he doesn't go too much forward. So
That's what I mean.
He'll get the license of the right wing to go
Solid.
forward. You
That's
know what I mean?
right, that's
so you've got
right.
more
Yeah,
attacking
but then
options.
you have the problem, bro.
What's the problem?
Our wingers aren't doing enough. That's what
but this is now the opportunity for him to do something.
Is that Ziggy's fault? Is it?
the
If his
wingers
wingers aren't
aren't
doing
doing
it?
enough.
No, but this is
I got
his-
work at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Wait, bro. But
Shout out to Carrier.
Hang on, Carrier. Listen, Carrier.
Yeah.
This is the opportunity for the right wing now to have that freedom to go forward.
Yeah.
Instead of relying, oh, fuck, hang on, he's gone forward.
I've got to rotate. I've got to drop back.
Yeah,
fill in the
rotation
right
thing.
back
No,
spot.
but
Yeah.
hold on a second.
Then he can hold on a second.
No,
we
that
just
means-
said how it is.
Nah, that means.
Fuck, Stas is getting there for the
doesn't
drinks
it, bro?
now. I love
I've been heavy
it.
drinks.
Fuck work,
How
mate.
does that mean, bro? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Because that attacking flair from our winger is not there at all. Because Russell's having to do
Yeah,
it.
but now he's going to get
Yeah,
it, bro.
No, it doesn't matter who's
Oh
back there.
my god.
Okay, let me.
It wasn't there with Aquilina there as well.
Let me.
He was
Bro,
attacking,
obviously
but he
the
doesn't know how to attack, bro.
Oh, but it's still not happening, cuz. Our wingers are an issue.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Boss,
saying.
come on, bro.
Wait, boss, did we just say now? Did we fucking touch my hat, bro? You fucking mutt.
Listen.
Did we just say now that Ziggy won't go forward? So the right wing will have more
but the
freedom
wingers-
to go
The
forward.
wingers not doing anything, banana.
Listen to me.
The wingers not doing even before.
I just said why he will have more opportunity to go forward.
No, it's not because the right back's going forward. It's because I feel like in the attacking third,
But
our
what-
wingers
what-
aren't doing enough.
Gotcha. But what?
Yeah,
What
'cause you know
banana?
why?
Banana, hear me out.
Why?
What?
Because the right back's going up.
Yes, because
no,
he's going to
bro,
defend.
no.
Oh my god, bro. So,
Come on,
so they're both going to be in attack. They shouldn't.
no, it's not.
What banana? What banana's saying? Hear me
good,
out.
bro.
What banana's
Okay,
saying?
well, he's not.
If Tate
Give me another scotch.
Hear me out. If Tate Russell bombs on 15 times a game, that's 15 times where a winger has to come in and fill the right back position. So there is limitation.
Not
there.
really. The six.
No.
He's
no,
putting
no.
him in a position, bro.
No. You don't put your winger into the central position.
What do you mean? The six doesn't cover the back line? What are we saying here? Come on, boss.
He does cover the foot.
The six is there to cover the back
He's the
line.
first at defense. And
Yes,
before the
exactly.
second
Come on.
comes.
Don't make me look like a dumb
Tell
guy.
me
But let's not make him
let's not do
make him
it.
the last defense.
Let's go through. Stas, tell me your ideal back four. Go.
My ideal.
Everyone's. Williams isn't fit. Everyone else is. Go.
All right, Traore left back.
Yep.
100%. There's no one that can
Yep,
fill
everyone
that
agrees
position.
with that, I
Okay.
think, yep.
I'm
Even
still-
they say get a bed, Stoss. They're saying get a bed.
I am still having Tate Russell right back.
Yep.
Okay.
Centre backs.
Look, I'm not going to comment on Chancha. All right, I'm not going to.
Chancha. Yeah, man. Fucking say it properly, bro.
Juventus, whatever. All right.
Chancha.
I'm going to give him another game. Okay,
Yep.
but.
What do you mean I'm going to give him another leg?
I need to give it.
You're talking like he's had a bad game. You're giving him another chance.
No,
giving it a go?
hold on. He's
said he
telling me
will. He
what's
said he
our
will.
best
Ideal.
back line.
That Williams
okay,
isn't
okay.
fit.
Okay, I need another game for him. Okay,
Yeah.
He could go next game and flop
Bomb
it.
out.
in
Yeah,
my eyes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that too.
Right now, because Williams is gone, I haven't seen this other guy that's coming in yet.
yeah,
Okay, for me, the lineup that played last game is our best lineup right now. Straight out, simple.
We
Okay,
said we
but-
said we wouldn't change it.
No,
Hey, is Williams out for the year?
Yeah, he's gone, bro. He's gone.
Surgery?
He's gone. He just had surgery. He's gone. He's gone.
Shout out to Williams, bro.
He's
Much
gone, bro.
love, champion.
He's gone, bro.
Nah, he's
Yeah,
gone.
unfortunately.
Very injury prone player. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he is. He
Let's
is.
hope he comes back bigger and stronger next year.
Let's hope so, mate.
Hope so.
Watch Zlatan's, videos, bro. The
God,
lion, bro. Like, watch how he comes back quickly, bro.
He's always got to bring the Bosnians up somehow.
Some big nose, brother.
You know what I mean?
I feel jealous here, man.
Why?
This guy,
Hey,
he's got great clubs. He could talk about. You got fucking Zlatan. I got nothing to
Bro, I
talk
got the
about.
Messi.
Man, you got Ozil, bro.
You got Fenerbahce.
This was German, cuz. Get the fuck out of here.
You got Fener, cuz.
And that question that was
that
thrown
is
at
He's
you.
good in the Europa League.
Hold up. That question that question that was thrown at you about Sydney Olympic. I never had that issue. Because we don't even fucking have a club, bro.
No, you got Hume City. Hume City, bro.
Him Sydney Melbourne.
No,
Right,
he's
dude.
talking about Sydney.
Talking about
bro.
here.
Come on, dude, gonna go to Melbourne to fucking support a team.
He's got
Boss, can I ask you
he's got
this?
Roosters
Boss, can I
FC,
ask
the
you
Greens
this
like
question?
that.
They're gone.
Hold on.
They go to-
I pay for it.
I want to ask Boss a question here. Why do you feel? Because obviously we can't sit here and say that there's not enough Turks in Sydney to have established a.
Bro, are we going there?
Bro, what are you done? I'm asking a serious question.
I went to their Roosters game.
No, hold on.
sorry.
Did you go to the game?
No, I went to go play for them once. And that guy, this guy runs too much.
They want to ticket
I've never heard that before in my life. I didn't go back.
No, honestly, okay. Let's talk seriously here, okay? All right, because obviously there's a lot of immigrants that have come into this country, okay? And the Turks, all right, have a big number.
Is this where
in
George
Sydney?
closes the YouTube channel?
Anyway, George.
Shout out, George. We love you.
George. Naughty,
Georgie.
naughty.
No, but why do you feel? Because there's a lot of Turks in Sydney.
I know why.
Why
I
did
know
you
why.
never establish a club?
Big egos.
Okay.
Big egos.
He's had a club.
I don't want to go into it.
You didn't have a club in the NSL.
The leaders
That's
of
what I'm saying now.
the leaders of these clubs, and I know some of them personally, and I had these conversations
Auburn
with
FC.
them. The committee had a lot of egos amongst them.
Yep.
Couldn't agree on it, and ultimately that caved in.
I did too. That was the Star. Red Star.
We had
sorry.
Crescent Stars.
Crescent Stars,
Then they went
right.
to
Crescent Stars.
Roosters.
That-
Roosters.
You know what's funny?
That's how we got.
Do you know the
opportunity in,
license? You know the license of Crescent Star? Okay.
Parramatta.
He's Greek somehow.
played-
though.
No, honestly,
they did.
They bought the license
They
of
did.
Parramatta City, the club.
And they
I
kept
used to
the-
be
they
at.
kept the
the
home
club
field.
John Tsitsimas used to be at.
Yeah, and
How good's that club going now?
Oh, whatever. I don't care. I'm at Liverpool Olympic now. Doesn't matter. But yeah, they literally bought the license.
and they kept
off-
the same
yeah.
home field. They used to play there as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you reckon it's just a factor of egos?
Egos. Apparently, there was a lot of clashing in the committee, and they said,
You know,
"Fuck
you
it."
know,
money,
you know, I feel
money
the
too.
Greeks and the Turks are so similar in that aspect.
Hey, at least he's got
Egos.
somewhere,
guys
bro.
still
No, we're
around.
like
At least he's got somewhere, brother.
yeah, but
And I say this, don't get me wrong.
no, but when
If we're gonna go there, I'll go there.
put it to bed now,
Every
bro.
week I go to a different fucking stadium. I go to fucking Bonnyrigg and it's the Serbs, right? You go to Rockdale, it's the Massos.
Yeah.
You go to fucking Hakoa, it's the Jews, right?
Yeah.
You go to Southo, it's the Aussies where I'm at the moment. So every nationality is represented.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have that attachment to anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why when the Wanderers did come in, mate,
Back to what we said,
I
yeah.
jumped on it.
Yeah.
And I was searching for that because, mate, as a wog, naturally that fire's inside you.
100%.
That fire's inside. And when I support my club Fenerbahce in Turkey, but mate, how much can you support them? Yeah, you wake up 4 a.m., watch games, but you can't fulfill that
It's no, there's,
Going to
yeah,
the
there's no,
stadium.
yeah, I know.
So when the Wanderers came in, mate, it was that's
All
the
guns
one.
blazing.
This is what I've been waiting.
This is
for.
where I
Oh,
don't.
even on that angle, yeah, you're fuck, yeah, okay.
This is why I don't understand. All right, you before the Wanderers came in, I used to be a massive United supporter. Used to get up here and there.
Hey, there's
But
a
they-
good,
but
hold on,
they-
hold on. There's a good comment here. No, this is brilliant. Turks came in late.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true. Because the Greeks, the Italians, the Croats were like 60s, 70s, where
yeah.
the Turks would have been more 80s.
More 80s.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you reckon, yeah.
But when I talk about big egos, I'm talking about the attempts made. Why never
Oh,
progressed?
so there
Yeah.
was.
There was.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the seeds were planted. Right.
One bloke saying there's plenty of clubs in Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Well, that's
mate.
true.
Melbourne's
That is
different.
true. Melbourne's
So
different.
what's the population of Turks in comparison?
I think there's more in Melbourne. It's like the Greeks.
So, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, this is Google.
Where we
This is
going,
Google
bro?
TV right here.
Hey, we invite all fans into
Hey, we
this.
love everyone, bro.
Everyone.
Much love.
I
to
hate
everyone.
everyone the same too.
But
I love you and I hate you all the same.
Melbourne, the Turks in Melbourne done it.
yeah.
They've done it.
Yeah.
Now, if you get 10 Turks in trying to run a
So
club,
what's
in
the club in the VPL that's Turkey?
Hume City,
Okay.
Hume City, and they actually versed. A couple of years ago, they versed Victory in the FA Cup game.
Which one's Heidelberg?
Heidelberg's
They're the yellow one. They're,
Yeah.
yeah,
South Melbourne. Tell us what are they?
Alexander, yeah, South Melbourne agree.
Mr. VPL.
Obviously, South Melbourne are Greek, bro. Good
We
start,
never
good
knew,
start to the
mate.
season. South
I
Melbourne
stuffed that up.
3-1. I watched the highlights. Nice, very nice.
Yeah, bring him into the A-League, mate.
Lovely.
Straight into the A-League. If fucking Newcastle, New Zealand Knights are in the fucking.
Wow.
Why can't South Melbourne be in there?
Yeah, South Melbourne.
Yeah.
Bring them, bro. Bring
Look,
them.
that's
Rattles
Melbourne
my
Gone
brain
come in.
sometimes. Honestly,
You know, back to that, I think the biggest issue with me is I think the A-League fucked up big time, which is a massive fuck up in my eyes, in regards to geographically the teams they brought in. And no disrespect to these clubs, okay? Why would you bring in Central Coast and Newcastle and not bring in Wollongong? Explain.
I know, yeah.
Or
Agree, yeah,
Especially with the
Canberra.
fan base from Wollongong.
Or
Wolves.
Canberra.
Or
Let's
Canberra.
be honest.
Yeah.
They've got a W League team. Right.
I know that fries me.
Whoever watches the NRL, every now and again, you might switch it on.
I've never watched
No, I'm
NRL.
just saying, you might switch on. You might come home Saturday night and switch the channels.
Yeah.
They've always filled out Canberra Stadium. They've got fans. They've got the
Viking
population. Yeah, the Viking club. We all know it. So they've got the necessities there to start a club.
It's beyond me, man.
Beyond
Right,
Win
everyone-
Stadium, Wollongong.
That's it. Everyone agrees. Canberra, Wollongong.
How the fuck can you go give it to MacArthur?
I'll
How do you squeeze MacArthur?
Why wouldn't Newcastle and Central Coast be one club?
From the
Nah,
start.
nah, let's not
From
do
the
that.
start.
Nah, I wouldn't
No,
do
from the
that.
start. No, not now. You can't do it now.
No, but I'm
Leave
saying,
it,
no,
man.
but
I'm just
Roy,
saying.
how could you do that, bro? What is that, bro?
That's like saying
Who's
Port
going to
West
go? What,
Sydney is-
Newcastle? People from Newcastle are going to
Martha,
drive
can you
down.
back up to me here?
From the start. He's saying from the
That's what I
start.
know,
of
but
A-League.
I know, but who's going to go? What,
Remember,
you're going to
Newcastle-
jump in between
Oh,
stadiums?
so who's got the bigger fan base? Newcastle Jets?
No, listen. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Should have been from the beginning. But you're saying that
Fucking
now.
turn it
So,
to an A-League
so you're
podcast.
saying, who gives
Change
a
your
fuck?
name.
Let's talk. We love this
RBTV.
league.
Talk
I don't
about
give a fuck,
everything,
bro. Right?
Hey, this is A-League TV right now.
KG, take
All right, listen. Listen, you're saying that it should have been a joint venture. That's what they call it. Yeah. Okay.
Not
So-
joint, off the bat.
Yeah, off the bat, yeah, a joint, that's a joint venture.
Newcastle.
But
Newcastle
that's a
off the
joint-
bat.
Oh, so no, it's Mariners.
No, Mariners
I
gone.
thought you said Mariners on
No,
together.
no.
Sorry.
Newcastle
My
off
brain.
the bat.
Peroni, bro. That's what it does. to you.
Wollongong Wolves, and
Yeah,
that's
well,
it. Simple
yeah.
as that. Hey, I would even go as far as bringing a club from Tasmania.
Nah, I wouldn't go that.
No,
far.
why?
Let's not be
Why?
silly, bro. Let's
Fuck,
not be
Oh,
silly.
this guy's
You know what they do to their
opening a
sisters,
franchise
bro.
every corner.
You know what
They're gonna say,
No,
let's not go that
Alice
far.
Springs
The
and
franchise I've just said are better than what they
Let's-
have. Gold Coast United.
Channeltown and
fucking Alice Springs,
Honestly, if it
Northern
was up to
Territory.
me, I wouldn't have one team in Brisbane, bro. Or
Nah, you're gonna have a Brisbane.
Well, no, why?
Nah, from
Why?
the start,
Nah,
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
have
have
Brisbane.
one.
You're gonna get
Why?
capital cities.
Why?
From the start,
Why?
have to-
Tell me why.
From the start.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
That's a big
Why?
fucking
Why?
state of the country, cuz.
But that's a rugby league state.
Doesn't matter.
I
Doesn't
don't
So
matter.
is
care,
New South
bro.
Wales.
You know what?
Yeah,
to
but
be
we
fair
still
to them,
get
now
people
that
to
they've
the
gone
games.
to that different stadium
Well,
that's
not now.
smaller, it's not as bad. It looks
I don't mind that they play that stadium.
How
Look,
many
play
clubs
there.
there now? One, yeah?
Don't go back to that fucking dead corpse
Yeah.
stadium, bro.
It's Brisbane.
Dead Corp. We
Playing
lost
at
the grand
Redcliffe.
final. That was painful.
Yeah, that was the-
Fuck, we've lost a
they
lot of
buried
grand
us
finals.
there.
eh?
Yeah, like, let's.
Hey, just hey, just
we're
let-
getting.
just
we're,
hey.
we're going deep
Hey,
now.
hear me out.
Hey,
Yes, you will.
boys,
Hang on,
how
hang
many
on.
grand finals have we lost now? Huh?
Three.
Three.
No,
How
not in a
painful has
row.
it been?
We won
Which
one.
was the worst?
We won one. We won
We're
one.
going back here, bro. Fucking hell.
El Hilali.
4 grand finals.
But hold on a second. The most painful one for me, by far. Brisbane. No, was Adelaide.
No,
Because
for me,
no,
it was
hold
Brisbane.
on. I paid $2,000 for a fucking flight.
Oh, God.
plus for the missus. 4
Brisbane,
grand
we
I
had
paid.
it 1, bro.
4 grand I paid.
We had
And then
Brisbane
we
won.
went there and I was like, I was that confident that we're actually going to finally do it. And
Was that off the stadium?
That's a big ass.
That's
stadium.
the cricket ground there. Cricket
mate,
ground.
what a
Mine was
trip.
Brisbane.
I came
My
in
one,
that was
my-
painful too.
My one was Brisbane. My one was the
La Rocca
worst.
got injured.
My one was the
Osmanovic,
worst day in
remember.
Brisbane. This is my story in Brisbane. Booked the tickets, overpriced tickets,
Obviously.
off the bat straight away.
The Westies will pay.
They didn't even, as soon as the final whistle went, the prices went from $80 went to fucking 500. All right, we booked the tickets. Got to the airport in the morning, or whenever the fuck it was.
Sydney Airport.
Got to the airport, yeah, Sydney Airport. Where else am I going to go? Bankstown Airport. Fucking got to the airport.
Not getting far
the
from
plane.
there,
The
cuz.
plane pulls up. We're all excited. It's literally all Wanderers supporters going on this plane. Tiger.
That's your first problem.
I panicked first at Tiger. As soon as Tiger came, I said, "Nah, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good." As soon as we get there, get on the plane. Get on the plane. Oh, we're just about to sit down. About to take off. Hang on. We've got a flat tire. We need to change the tire.
Tire for a plane.
Right.
There's tires on the
All right,
plane,
quickly, bro. Let's fucking do this. Let's change the plane. Let's get to Brisbane.
Did you go out there and change it?
I wanted to, bro. I wanted to break from the window and change. I got out there. They roll the tire out. Hour and a half later, a guy comes, and I think I was getting close to crunch time, bro. I was like counting the numbers, bro. Like,
Oh, so you got delayed that hard?
I got delayed there hard. Finally got onto the plane. Everyone got on the plane. We almost all got kicked out of fucking Sydney airport because we were all fuming. And bro, they were egging us on too, right? They knew which buttons to pull and which people
Hey,
to pull.
how brilliant.
One second.
Hang on, bro.
Oh, he's still going.
I'm still going, bro. All right, bro. I haven't even landed in Brisbane yet. Got to Brisbane there, bro.
He tries crashing
Oi,
without a story.
we got to Brisbane.